Hi, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Tubers, we're a little bit early. Can you believe it? I know you're like, oh my God, is what? She's on time? That never happens. Yeah, I'm here today. I's here now. All right, let's get started with the... Oh wait, I gotta do my Deion Sanders. Play my theme music. Okay, anywho. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Thank you all so very much for being here. Yes, we are super duper early. And the reason why is because parenting, all right? So I don't want to go live today while my kid is home. So here we are. So with that being said, let's make sure that we are doing all of the good things. And again, thank you so much for being here because you could be anywhere else in the world, but you are definitely here with me and I appreciate you. So with that being said, let's make sure that we are tapping the screen, sharing the live, reposting, knocking out these gift goals, which I haven't done yet. I need y'all to get to it. This is the first one. It's the tacos. So it's Taco Tuesday. So let's knock them out. All right. Also, additionally, let's make sure we keep that chat going as much as possible. Your engagement, my encouragement. Hi, tubers. I'm so happy to be like 3 minutes early. Shout out to me. All right. A change is a coming. I kid, I'm lying, all right? It just happens to be on time today. But with that being said, tubers, if you are new here, hi to you. Thank you for being here. Make sure you subscribe. Also, keep the chat going, like the stream, and let's just do all of the good things. And if you'd like to support me, support the stream, support the live, support the endeavors, the link is in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name on the PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. Again, I want to thank you all so very much because everything is appreciated and most definitely accepted. All right. Also, enjoy me now because I likely won't be here on Friday. Likely won't be here on Saturday either because I am not going to be here and probably do something pretty cool on Sunday. So we'll see what happens. And what else do we have going on? I'll be back Monday for sure, though. Thank you for knocking out the tacos, y'all. I'll definitely be back on Monday, and then you'll have me for a little bit. You'll have me up until Memorial Day. Yep, up until Memorial Day. And then after that, I'm going to be turning almost 60. Can't wait. I'm so excited. All right, I'm so excited. Also, if you don't know how old I actually am, then that means you haven't been watching. You haven't been watching. All right, so there's that. Like, chat. For my A1 since day one. All right, how old am I? How old am I? Let's see who's been paying attention. I'm not 35, no. God, no. 35 was a year. It's definitely a year. Thank you, Heidi. Almost 60. There we go. There we go. Shout out to Mama Donna, yes, and also to Kristen. All right, so let's get this started. If you are a Trump supporter, by all means, get up in the box, request up, all right? Let's have a conversation because remember, these are real conversations with real people. Yes, real conversations with real people. Oh, guys, before I forget, please, no one let me forget, all right? We are going to do the waffle because you can't say the R word up here. It's really weird. I don't know. Shout out to TikTok, I guess. But we're going to do a waffle from the EricaEffect.com. Shout out to Phil, all right? Shout out to Phil. He donated 100 the other night. I believe it was Friday night. Friday or was it Saturday? It was Friday night. And we're going to do the giveaway today. So 2 people are going to win something from the EricaEffect.com. One will get a hat of their choice, all right, and another will get a shirt of their choice. All right, there we go. Or you can get a mug. It's up to you. Whatever you want, except for a hoodie, you can get it from the website. So it's cool. All right, let me know. But with that being said, if you are a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up. Get in the box. You are the demographic of people I like to have a conversation with. All right, chat, do me a favor over here on the TikToks. Go ahead and drop your favorite hashtags out there. Great, let's do that. And what else? As you all know, my favorite hashtag used to be divorced. It no longer is that. So let's do hashtag Trump 2028 or hashtag we are losing the war. My God, that's what we're doing. Tismala, no, absolutely the fuck not. No. The chat has to decide on this one. Let's do a poll. We'll do a poll. Put a smiley face if you want Tismala to go away, and put a sad face if you want him to be on the panel. Smiley face, you want him to go away. Sad face, put him on the panel. Poll starts now. TikTok, it is above your chat bar. Let's see what happens. 349 people up in here. Let's see. I know Tismala voted for himself. I understand that, but absolutely not. That child is not going to make me lose my mind. Not today. I'm not doing it. Nope. The battle is not mine. It is the Lord's. Okay? It is the Lord's. I know that much. Ain't no way in hell. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a no. All right? Unless there's a miracle, it looks like it's going to be a no. Yeah. The people that's voting definitely aren't fooling with him. Ain't no way, bruh. I can't. I can't. Those people did a number on that child, and I just feel for him. You know, sometimes you got to love him from a distance. So, y'all, here's the dealio. All right. Midterms 2026. All right. Tismala, it's a no, dog. So you can stay in the request if you want to, but it's a no, friend. All right. Maybe tomorrow or never. I don't really know. But here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. Midterms are highly important, guys. Hey, Malik, because I saw Shauna out there too. Hey, Shauna. So midterms are super important, y'all, because majorities. We do not want the Republican Party to get like the 2/3 majority, because if they do, then we all know what can happen. All right. If they have like a supermajority in the House and then like a supermajority in the Senate, what can end up happening is a constitutional convention. They can call that. They can pass an amendment, and then they just need 38 states to ratify it. That's it. We don't want them doing that, because this is what we were talking about earlier today on Unc's panel. And it was very interesting because we still had a man up there who voted for Donald Trump in 2024. And he said that he voted for gas prices, no new wars, and also less business regulations so he could like expand his business, make more money, whatever, right? And we were like, so are you getting any of those things? No, because he said that's still what he's going to go for in the midterms. And he was straddling the fence. Right? Which was wicked. Because how are you still straddling the fence? All right, what do we like? Oh, it's 11:11 in Arizona. Everyone make a wish if you're in Arizona or Mountain Pacific Standard Time. It's 11:11. Ooh, magic. All right, so I'm making my wish. Okay, great. Okay, anywho, do you believe in magic? Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, and he was basically saying that, like, he's not sure because he doesn't know what he's going to get from either party, and he doesn't, what else he say? That he's just not sure. He's straddling the fence. That didn't make any sense. I told that Negro, take one for the team. Do you like freedom? Yes, I do have ADHD. What are you talking about? Squirrel? Yeah, it's bad. I take medication for it too. Is it working? I don't know. Hey, Simhar. Okay. Hi. Your name is not Aiden. You I don't know how you pronounce your name.
You said it right.
That's Aiden?
Yeah.
Aiden.
You said it right.
You got it. All right. That's how it's spelled on your birth
I mean,
certificate?
You want to see my ID?
I don't want to see your ID. Don't be telling everybody your information unless you want to tell me your social security number and your credit score. I knew it. So how old are you for TikTok purposes, sir?
19.
Okay, all right. So you didn't vote for Trump, but are you a Trump supporter?
I wouldn't say I'm a Trump. It's hard to explain.
That's like yes and no. So like if you had to vote today, right, would you vote for Donald Trump or would you vote for Kamala Harris? That's the only two options you got.
I keep it a buck, Donald Trump.
Okay, then. All right. So with that being said, why are you still supporting Trump?
You want me to? You gave me two options. If you would have given me a different option, I probably would have chose somebody else.
Doesn't matter. It's between those two. He's the president. You
Okay.
support him. What's going on? Why you still support him?
Why do I still support him? First of all, I don't support him. Told you that. Second
Okay.
of all, what happened?
I said okay.
Nah, I mean, I thought you was gonna continue behind the okay.
I just said okay. Go ahead.
Like I was saying, I don't support him. You gave me two options: Donald Trump, Kamala Harris. Am I gonna sit here and this is no offense to you, but females tend to get very
Females. That's
emotional.
wicked.
Yeah,
Hey, I gotta let you know something because
females.
you said that you were 19. I do not argue with people under the age of 25 because I don't argue with other people's children because I don't argue with my own. So
We're
I just
having
want
a
to let you know that.
conversation.
So I want you to be very respectful, young man. All right, you're 19 years old. Okay, respect old people, please, and let's go from there. All right.
Okay.
Females is a
Now,
pejorative.
while we're in space of respect, may you please not cut me off while I'm talking, just to say something that I already know, please.
Obviously, you don't know it because you said females.
S-
I'm a
That's
woman.
I can say but I can say whatever I want to say. Just because I refer to you women as females, don't mean I'm disrespecting you guys. If I was to sit
It
here and
does mean
say,
that you're
I
disrespectful. Look
mean,
at you.
I
You can't
now
even say
and
why
no
you
disrespect.
support Trump, but you want to do
I
this.
never, and I told you I didn't
Well, if
support
you don't
Trump. I
support
told you in
Trump,
the
what's going to
beginning.
happen is my head mind's going to drop you. So, do you support him or not?
Either way, like I said, you gave me two options. Like I said, females are not capable of holding their emotions when it comes.
I told you. I told you what happened. The fuck you thought this was? Hey, Hector. Hi, friend.
Hey, Erica don't argue with people between the ages of 19 and 25, but I do.
Yeah, you do. I don't. I don't even argue with my own child. Nope, not doing that. I'm not arguing with somebody else's kids. Shit, no. I can talk to other people's kids, but I'm not gonna argue with them. Too young. Too young.
Little boys running around
I'm
calling
close to
women
his age. I'll
females.
argue with him.
You'll argue with him too, D. All right,
I'll
bet.
argue with
So I take it
him.
you're
I'll
not a
argue
Trump
with him
supporter.
for you. Fuck no. I just wanted to tell him to shut up.
Okay, bet. Well, thank you, love, for being here. I appreciate you. You have a great day. All right, awesome. Oh, la 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 la. Shout out to D. Yes, please drop some hearts in the chat for D, y'all. That was funny. She said, I'm close to his age. I'll argue with him. Hi, just a guy. Hey, it's Bojack. Are you a Trump supporter?
Nah, I'm not.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna drop you down, okay? I hope you have a great day.
Do that.
Do what? Huh? Okay. All
You
right.
don't want to know.
I'm not hip. I'm not with it. Not with the times. Hi. Okay. You're not a Trump supporter. Do you want to talk to the 19-year-old? Because he's back in the request. Oh, nope. We got a call. I won't let Hector have any fun.
Jean.
Saved by the Bell.
Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
35.
Okay. And why are you still supporting Trump?
Because he's the only president who actually has common sense in America anymore.
What do you mean by
After
that?
this last administration.
Oh, this is going to be a crashing, y'all. Crash the fuck out. Watch.
Can a man become a
about
woman?
to crash. Oh, Lord,
No.
here we
Can
go.
a woman become a man? No.
Jesus
Mullins,
Christ.
Joe Biden sure think they can. How about those indoctrination of kindergartners, teachers telling kindergartners that they can become a different gender and having story time books teaching them how to have anal sex and
Oh,
Hey, did you
what is
know?
what's
Did you know
wrong with
that
you?
Scott?
when they're
Did you
children.
know that Scott
This is
Bessent? Did you
children we're
know that
talking
Scott
about.
Bessent just put out some recent notices to where we're going to have to borrow over $2 trillion for the fiscal year of 2026, which equates to about $187 billion a month because we can't afford our basic expenditures here in the U.S. Did you know that?
Did you know that we're $39 trillion in debt and we'll never get out of it? And no
Shout
president,
out to
including
Donald
Donald
Trump.
Trump, will ever be able to
Yeah.
get that out? Yeah,
That's a really
and
sad excuse.
you know
So
who
I
wants
just
to
want to point
spend
out
more
the
money
fact
than the
that in
Republicans?
the
No,
middle
Jeff,
of
it's the
Donald Trump's
Democrats.
cuts, because he wanted to talk about waste, fraud, and abuse, when he went ahead and
How about the
cut
Democrats who want a
ACA
reparations run?
benefits, he went ahead and
How
cut
many trillions
SNAP
of dollars would
for
that be?
as much as 50% of people on SNAP in particular states, predominantly red ones, NOAA, so on and so forth. He made all of
SNAP,
these cuts
most
just so
SNAP
he can take that
recipients
money and
are
send it to
morbidly
places like
obese and
Argentina,
probably should be
fuel
restricted
elections
on the amount of
in
money they
Cuba and
can spend on
Honduras
fast
for people
food.
that are pro-Trump, jack up the Department of War budget to about $1 trillion, and now wants to bring it up to 1.5 trillion. Build stupid ballrooms. Meanwhile, you're sitting here whining and
The
crying
ballroom
about
is going to
trans
be
people,
donated.
and you opened
Okay.
up this conversation with supporting the quote-unquote only president who has any common sense. Yet here you
That's
are
exactly
supporting
right.
a fiscally
Donald
irresponsible
Trump
fool
Hold
actually
on
in
one moment,
office.
Hector.
Uses the Constitution as fact. You know, Democrats redefine terminology, redefine language into something that it absolutely
Oh, that wasn't
isn't. So how can
effective.
you
You
even
didn't hear that?
believe
That
their
wasn't
lies
effective,
that they
was it?
report?
That wasn't effective? Oh man, because you kept talking through it. But like, why do you care so much about people's genitals? Because the first thing you mentioned were trans people, and I just want
Because
to
what happens
understand.
is the 1% likes to
No, no,
tell
no, no,
the
no, no, trans people. Shut
99
up.
how they're
No, no,
going to
no, no, no,
live,
no, no, trans
how
people.
they're going to
Shut
conduct
up. No one
themselves.
cares.
And this is just
Actually,
like
I
a
didn't
liberal.
really
You know,
actually ask you a
liberals,
question. I don't really care. Jack, do I have to talk to this person? Do I have to? I don't want to. Do you want to talk to him? If you want to talk to him, I'll just sit here. But I don't want to talk to him. I'm not smart.
Yeah, I just want to tell him how mediocre he is of a human being to hyper focus on a group of people that are
liberals can't even
insignificant to the
handle the
problems that
truth.
we have in the country.
They have to speak over you
No, 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 trans
and
people.
act a
Shut up.
fool.
All he
There
had,
you go.
all he had to the fact that the president of the United States is ramping up the budget, the debt once again, just like he did in his first term, was, did you know the Democrats? It's really sad
Did
because
you
it's not
know that
Democrats in
Biden
power right
spent
now.
$8
It's
trillion
really
over
embarrassing.
his
The
4-year
fuck is
Really
that?
embarrassing.
administration?
Oh, that was
It
cool.
doesn't matter who it is.
Thank you,
They're all
Shana.
spending, okay, money we
Oh,
do not
wait.
have.
See,
So if
here's the
you
funny
want to
part.
balance
That's
the
so
budget,
crazy that you say
maybe
that.
you should
Here's
call
what's
the
really crazy.
Democrats and ask them if
I
they're willing to
think if we
balance the
want to talk
budget,
about
and they
balancing the
won't.
budget, then we have to vote in Democrats because Democrats have had a 50-year
The
history of being
Democrats
infinitely
want
better
U.S.
with those budgets
aid
than
and
Republicans. Did you know that
NGOs
Oh,
Donald
to
Trump
continue to be
raised up
funded
the national debt
by
by
our
$8.4 trillion
dollars so
in
that
his
they
first
okay,
can
term?
fund
okay.
their
Caller,
backdoor deals
caller.
and
Hey,
lifestyle?
caller. Guys, please. One at a time. So caller, you can respond, and then Hector's gonna respond, and then you respond. Stop talking over each other.
Okay.
Please. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm getting overstimulated already. Okay, the floor is
Calm
yours,
down.
caller.
Oh, the floor is mine? Well, what was your question that you had?
Well, if you weren't over talking Hector, then it's possible that you would have actually heard what it was that he said. So the
Hector
floor
was
is no longer
okay.
yours. Then
I'll
what we're
talk
going to
about
do
what
is I'm going
Hector
to
was
give it back
saying.
to Hector so that
Hector
Hector can
wanted $2
repeat what it
billion
is that he said. Okay,
spending.
so what you're displaying right now, sir, is that you do not know how to have a conversation. So there's that part. Okay, so
No, you
Hector,
don't
the
want to
floor
listen
is
to the
yours.
truth,
Please
so you
repeat
try
what
to
it is that you
silence
said,
your.
and hopefully this time the caller will listen so that he can respond accordingly. Thank you, friend.
Gotcha, no problem. Trans people didn't run up the national debt to about $39 to $40 trillion. That was conservative policies predominantly. So why are you hyper focusing on a group of people that paying taxes, contributing to society, versus the president of the United States who have conned you into believing that he's fiscally responsible?
Fiscal responsibility. You want to talk about fiscal responsibility? No person in Congress, no person in Senate is fiscally responsible. They spend like drunken sailors, and it will be that way forever because there's no end to the amount of money that Democrats want to give out as freebies. I mean, reparations talk is one of them. How many billions do you think that should be? Or should it be trillions? You know, this is
Democrats aren't
something that
talking about
happened
reparations, not
hundreds
try.
of years ago. Oh, yeah, they
Yeah,
try to
so
push it
anyways,
all the time. It gets
yeah, on the
blocked
federal level,
constantly.
Democrats are not talking about reparations.
And
Again,
you
your
know,
president ran
and
off of
notice
fiscal
Democrats,
responsibility and he ran off of these cuts to solve this problem. He's cut a bunch and we still aren't even making enough tax revenue, despite the argument being we cut taxes for the rich and the corporations. They will then bring in more money, which will make them pay more taxes. And again, Scott Bessent already testified that we are actually making less tax revenue under Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. It was a failure, and we're not even 2 years
Okay,
in.
the proof that the debt is so far overreaching that we'll never be able to pay it. Take every billionaire in the United States, liquidate all their money, liquidate all their businesses, liquidate all their properties. Guess how much that would be? $8 trillion. And we're $39 trillion in debt. So where's that money going to come from?
Yeah, that's
You ever
irrelevant
think of
because we
that?
can't do that to private
No, it's
institutions,
not
not to mention
irrelevant.
in
You say
any
tax the
chance
rich.
whatsoever to
Well,
pay down the
you
national
take all the
debt
money from the
and knock down our
billionaires, and they're
interest
still
would
not
have to
even,
be
it
over
doesn't even put a
time.
dent in our
Caller, you
budget,
literally
in our
pause
debt.
after you ask your question. Allow him to respond to your question, and then we go from there. Come on. I feel like a teacher today. Go ahead,
Also, what
Hector.
kind of response is this? Oh, we're so far down anyway, so let Trump make it worse? Is that the best you have? Let Trump make it
Yeah.
worse because he doesn't like
Okay,
trans people? Is that really the route you want to go
what the
down?
best we have could be then? The best we can have is called cut the budget. Put everything up for sale that the government owns in the United States. Limit this government to the point where
Can you speak
absolutely
to things
they
that are
have
freaking
very
realistic?
limited
Jesus
control.
Christ.
Yeah, see, that's what happens. No Democrat wants that money's cut, do they? They want to keep the piggy bank full and keep people's pockets stashed full so that they continue to get their votes. But
What the hell are
notice,
you talking about?
Democrats will
This is
always
literally the
promise you
Republican
food
playbook.
stamps,
Cut
welfare,
taxes for
the whole
property, cut
shebang.
taxes for your income. Literally, I'm in a red state that doesn't even have income taxes. They proceed to talk about cutting more. Give the biggest breaks to Elon Musk, who's moved his permanent base here. Like you're talking about a bunch of things where it is literally the Republican playbook to reduce tax revenue specifically from people who make over $1 million, and in some cases less. That is y'all's
You know,
playbook. Anyways,
okay, who
you still support
creates
Trump because
jobs
of
and
what?
pays people?
You still Trump support.
Is it
You
the
still support Trump
government
because
or
of
is
what?
it
I need you to get specific.
billionaires? Absolutely, I support Trump, and this is why people are leaving
But
California,
why?
because
But
California.
why do you still support Trump? Like today, as of May 12th, 2026, what is it that he's doing that you still support? Name a policy, name an action. Like, what is it that he's doing?
He's securing the border for one. He's packing illegal criminal alien bags and sending them back home where they belong. He's protecting the United States from Islamic political terrorists that threaten to blow Israel and the United States off the map with nuclear weapons.
This guy's really not smart.
He is
Bruh.
taxing and putting tariffs on businesses that are overseas to force them to come back to the United States and build and
That's
employ
not how that
Americans
works.
rather than cheap
At
overseas
all.
labor. Sure it is.
No, it's
It
not. You don't put a
absolutely is.
tax on the business. Is what you do. He's
You
putting a
sure
tax
do,
on
because
all
it cuts into their
imports coming
profits,
in to
doesn't
the
it?
United States of America.
Yeah, those
So who pays
businesses
that
that are
tariff,
getting
sir?
cheap labor, those businesses coming over are paying those tariffs, aren't they?
Who's
Yes,
paying the
they are, and
tariff?
it's cutting into their profits.
W. Doug Raid.
Who's paying the tariff?
The company who sends over their goods and services to the United States is
So
paying
the
tariff.
company in the other country?
Absolutely. They sure are. And that forces them, that cuts their profits and forces them to reevaluate, oh, should we move to the United States and re-establish business there and employ Americans rather than try to use cheap overseas labor to pad their pockets more? That's what's going on.
So, like, I have a
So
quick
that's a good thing.
question.
Those
Okay.
are good things Trump's are doing.
Mhm.
And Trump is eliminating radical Islamic jihad terrorists.
So the
by
country,
the
the companies that
thousands,
are based
which is
in
wonderful.
the companies that are like based, so like the company in India, that's a Indian, like a Indian company, or like I don't know, a German company, or I don't know, Bangladesh company. Like those companies are like paying the tax. I just want to understand where you're coming from, because I don't know if you know how tariffs work. And then also, additionally,
Trump
another
also
thing is
uses
that we're going to
tariffs.
have to talk about the fact that the Supreme Court and the International Trade Court have struck down Donald Trump's tariffs. So that's not a thing
Only in
anymore.
certain respects. He
Not
can
in
use
certain respects,
different
sir. His tariffs
legal
are bye
methods.
bye.
He,
The IEPA tariffs are gone.
in certain ways, but he can redefine them according to different laws and reinstate
What laws
tariffs.
are
It's just
those?
as a
Because
go
he
around.
tried that already, and he
I
got
don't
those
know. I
Section
heard him
122
talking
laws
about it.
tariffs struck down, because they don't know what a payment deficit is. He thought a payment deficit was a trade deficit. Not the same thing.
It doesn't
Them not
matter. All
smart.
he's doing is trying to get companies to come back to America, to employ Americans that pay high wages so that the quality of life for
Well,
Americans is better.
the quality of life
That's
of
exactly
Americans
what
is
Trump
better
does.
is wild. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to laugh. So
I
no,
do.
because you can't give the companies a massive tax cut, right? Which is what he did with the TCJA in 2017. He gave them a massive tax cut,
Once a
but there was
company
no
is in
incentive. I'm
America,
so
it's okay to
sorry
give
that
tax
you
cuts.
think that you can continue to talk while I am talking, sir. I want you to stop doing that. Okay? Stop it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you and your cooperation. Now, as I was saying, you can't give them, these corporations, a massive tax cut, all right, and then have no incentive to actually drive that business back home to America. All right. And that's what Donald Trump did in his first term. And then that's why Joe Biden stepped in with actual legislation, all right, to actually improve and bring those companies back to the U.S., all right, and also do investments in U.S. manufacturing and focus on things that we're actually good at, such as chips technology. That's why he did the Chips and Sciences Act, and also the infrastructure bill. All right, to bring those jobs and manufacturing back to the United States of America. And we saw that because Joe Biden added millions of jobs throughout his term, even outside of what you all like to call the
Sleepy
bounce
Joe
back
never did
jobs.
nothing.
So there's that part. So what has Donald Trump done other than basically just keep their tax break as it is at 21%. So that's what they get, along with adding in more deductions that they can take. All right. What has he done to actually incentivize these companies to come back to the United States of America?
He's forcing them to come back to America with the tariffs.
Oh, he's forcing them to.
Here's what
But
Democrats
how
do.
many have come back?
Democrats, they get the unions
How many have
to
come
run
back?
these big corporations. And you know what's wrong with that? The thing that's wrong with unions is unions charge such absurd rates. You know, for instance, if you work for the Ford Motor Company, you know, it's a unionized. A person who screws on a bolt to your car gets paid $70 to $100 an hour to screw on that bolt. And you know what happens?
Shout out to them.
That's why the price of Fords are so expensive to Americans.
You really think that's why the price of cars are expensive?
You know, here you
What
are.
a ridiculous
Americans
argument.
complain
Jesus
about
Christ,
high
a
prices.
Latter-day Saints.
And then what happens is those same people are paying union dues.
He really
And
believes.
guess what union
He
dues
really
go?
believes this shit.
Right back to the Democrat
Erica,
Party.
this is an interesting argument because one thing that
So
Ford
it's a
prides
game.
itself on, even
That's
though they
what
be
it is.
lying, is that they
And,
make a lot of
you
parts
know,
in the
He's
U.S. They've
weird,
been
people
by
trying
the
to
don't
bring
way.
see
back
through
all
it.
this
They get fed up with it.
manufacturing and stuff into the
And
U.S. Because it
that's
costs
why we
more to
have two
do it in the
political
U.S.
parties.
You're literally
But
complaining about the
right.
cost of cars, and you're blaming
And you
the
know what?
labor
Nothing's
unions.
going to get done.
When Ford creating more parts here and doing more things here would make their cars more expensive, which they don't even do cars anymore. They stopped doing cars because that's not where their biggest selling points are. Also, I have
Yeah,
a
they ain't making no money
2019
because they're too
Ford Fusion
expensive.
outside my house that I paid $13K for. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They're so expensive.
Must be used. It wasn't brand new. I'll tell you that right now.
At brand new, it was literally $27,000 to $29,000.
Oh,
There you go.
we
When
we
it
have.
probably costs
I'm
about
sorry, sir.
$5,000 or
I'm
less to
sorry,
make.
sir. I want you to catch a bubble. I want you to catch a bubble. Like, just
I just
suck it.
caught yours, so
Breathe.
it's okay.
Just, hey. Shushies. Hey, Ingrid, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. I wasn't even doing this, but thank you very much. $10 for the Tismala Exorcism Fund. He needs help. It's his therapy fund. He needs help. He does.
Exorcism.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
no. I'm
You're
a
not
Christian. I
Tismala.
don't
You're
dabble
not
in
Tismala.
witchcraft.
So, like, shut up. That's not your name. This is not
No, I
about
don't dabble in
you. This is not
witchcraft.
about
Only
you. Oh my
Democrats
God. White man, please stop censoring yourself.
Morally
You
bankrupt
literally
people.
have a problem where you want to be the center of attention. This is my juke joint. I am the star. I am
know
the
it's your
birthday.
joint.
You're not the
You
birthday. I
love the
am.
attention.
I
Yes, you
am.
do.
I'm the birthday. Shut up. All right, I put him on hold. If he hangs up, it'll be a gift to us all. All right. Also, thank you very, very much, Phil, for the $2. Phil said, oh, he wants him to hear this. Jesus. Even if his premise was correct, companies outside of the U.S. do business with other countries. The share of business in the U.S. would have to be high enough, and the tariff costs would have to be high enough to offset infrastructure costs, new trade routes, and increases in labor. That is very true. And guess what? We don't have the infrastructure for it. So there's that part. All right. So you can
what the
keep
real
hope
truth
alive, buddy. But please,
truth
actually do
is-
hold your breath for that. We wouldn't mind. Hold your breath
truth
for
is,
it and see what happens.
The whole world is
Because let's see, what's
bankrupt,
been the return
okay?
on the investment
The
thus
whole
far?
world is in debt.
What has
And
been
the
the
truth
return
is-
on the investment so far, sir?
Investment in regards to what?
In regards to these tariffs, since Donald Trump is bringing, all right, manufacturing jobs back to the United States of America, all right, and because you don't know, I'll tell the class, we pay the tariff. Last year, all right, Americans paid 60% of the increase in costs due to the tariffs. All right, so we took on the majority of that burden and increase in costs. Just want to let you know that. Did he hang up? He hung up? Oh, he did hang up. Did he hang up? He did.
They're so angry.
They are angry, but he hung up. Look at God. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Whew, shout out to Jesus, y'all. Thank you very much, guys, for the love. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Ingrid. All right. If you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. Thank you all so very much, because everything is appreciated and most definitely accepted. All right. And make sure that we are taking care of Hector while he is here. His links are in the bio. Also, we do have Simhar joining us on the panel. I think she's going to load. And Simhar is our friend who is in Eritrea. Oh my gosh, this thing is not working. I don't see any call coming in. I'm not kidding y'all. I did not see it was over there. That's why. Oh, my bad. Whoever that was that just called on YouTube, you can call back. I didn't know how to work the internet. My bad. But Simhar is our friend that is currently stuck in Libya. She is originally from Eritrea, and we know in Libya there's an active conflict and an active slave trade going on. I know she's in Libya. I'm sorry, I said it wrong because I was multitasking. But she's originally from Eritrea. And we like to help her out here. It's our way of giving charity. So our goal always for Simhar is 10,000 coins. Let's do all of the good things there. Additionally, guys, this upcoming Sunday, the 17th, Swan and Elmo, along with a whole bunch of awesome people, are going to be hosting a live for Simhar so that we can do our big one for her. All right, so stay tuned for that. What does this person want? Don't they see I'm talking? Hi, caller. Hold for one moment, please. We're in the middle of a commercial break. Thank you. Jeez Louise. All right. Also, I really don't have to say everything that comes to my mind, but I do. All right. So let's do all of the good things and make the fireworks go off for Simhar, and definitely make sure that we take care of Hector too. Additionally, guys, let's go ahead and knock out the roses and just do all the good things. All of the good things. All right. We actually have a bunch of people here over on TikTok in the box, and then we have the YouTube call line, and I have to choose. So we're going to switch it up and see what happens. Let's go. Hey, caller. Thank you so much for holding. All right. So are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay, cool. For TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I'm 30.
All right. And why are you still supporting Trump?
Well, it's better to support Trump than to support any other side.
Okay, why?
It's like,
Can you just put Trump over politics?
Yeah, he did.
no, it's more of like, it's would you like a? It's like, would I rather support a?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Would you rather support what? You didn't finish your sentence. It was incomplete.
No, it's just rather than support anything. So if you were to say, would I like Biden more than Trump, for example?
Sir, today is May 12th of 2026. All right. What is it that Donald Trump is doing that you support?
You just want me to name something that I support that Trump has done.
Yeah, I can't put the words in your mouth for you. You got to tell us.
Yeah, that's not like what I was calling in. I was just calling in for you to challenge something he's done against his opposition.
Oh, so you think we're doing this for sport is what you think this is.
No, that's a misread of my intent.
Okay. What is your
I
intent?
just stated my intent. So
You said for me
this
to
is one of-
challenge something, but my prompt says, why
Yeah.
are you still supporting Trump though?
Because his logic opposes inferior logic like Biden's or Kamala's.
Inferior logic.
Bruh.
Yeah, like like let's say the logic of cooking a steak would be to cook it until the internal temperature was up to 165, right?
Motherfucker, we're not talking about steak. We're talking about politics.
We're
But
talking
the
about
fuck is that?
politics and
Cooking a steak
the
is
impact of
fire
it on
plus
people's
meat.
lives.
This is an analogy. If you didn't want to hear the analogy and wanted to cut me off, that's fine.
You wanted to complain about
Just
inferior
explain to me.
logic, and then you're trying to compare Trump and
I was using
Kamala
a
and
metaphor, but you
Biden
didn't even
to
let me
steak
finish.
cooking. So
You
can you
don't
get
even
specific?
understand
Okay.
the metaphor
Let me
anyway.
apply your metaphor. Let me apply your metaphor to something
You
specific
didn't
in
even let me
politics.
finish the
Give
metaphor,
me a
so you
political
can't apply
steak
it.
that Biden and Kamala did not cook properly, and
Hey.
then give me a political steak
Time
that
out.
Trump did.
Time out. One moment, both of you. Time out. One moment. Excuse me, chat. Simhar is not the caller. We're doing a YouTube call, okay? A YouTube call. All right. And that's our only time. Last time I'm gonna say it. All right. If you don't get it and you come in here, all right. I know my mods will let you know, but if I say it more than once, you get in the boot. All right. Simhar
Yeah,
is our friend.
all I
Hey,
understood
caller,
from your
hold
video.
on. Caller, hold on one moment. I'm not talking to you. All right. Listen, guys. Listen. All right. Simhar is our friend. All right, that is currently in Libya, originally from Eritrea. All right, and we give charity to her because she uses the gifts that we give her. All right, to take care of herself and her 4-year-old daughter. All right. Yes, I am about to add the sticker, Ari. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. Okay, you all keep doing the good things in the chat. Watch your mouths, watch your Twitter fingers, all right? And do not at Simhar unless you know her and you're saying something kind, all right? Caller, what exactly was Biden and Kamala's inferior logic?
I mean, have you seen Biden's gas compilation?
Please don't ask me a question. Just answer the question.
There's that time that Biden said that black kids are just as bright as white kids.
Oh my
Lord
God.
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You know what? I
mean,
tried. I
would
really
you like
did.
me to bring up
I
everything that
tried.
Biden said that didn't make sense?
I
just brought
really
up one
did
thing,
try
and now
with
you're
you,
emoting.
and
Now you're
here
emoting.
we are. You're stupid. I'm not doing that. What was that, Hector? Did I not try?
I asked him for a political stake. This man got to a slip up in words.
Exactly. Like, are we gonna have to go through every like random thing that Donald Trump said? Like the time that he was calling Biden Sleepy Joe, and that Biden wasn't well mentally, but then in the very same sentence, dude confused the name of his own doctor. Like, what are we doing? Let's not do that. Whales and windmills, sharks and battery. What are we doing?
Smart people don't like me. That sounds inferior.
Is this the same guy from
To
earlier?
accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
No.
press 2.
Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I'm 34.
34?
Yes.
You come from the school of hard knocks?
Oh, yeah, definitely. From the School of Hard Knocks.
God damn it.
Why you talk like that?
Because that's my fucking voice. You
Is
got a
your
fucking
fucking
problem with it?
voice? Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
really gravelly.
You
Like
fucking
you
liberal. You
legit
fucking
sound
liberal.
like
Fuck
you
you.
could be
You're a
like
fucking
Bob
dumb
Word.
bitch.
What was
You
his
know
name? What was
that's the
it?
fucking problem
Bobcat
with you. You
Goldthwait's like
fucking
brother.
weak-minded little cunt.
Oh, you
little-
crashing
you
in.
support your fucking son being gay and shit.
Oh,
You
you're so
fucking
angry. Goodbye.
Sir, maybe if you yelled less, your throat would sound better.
I know, right? All that stress on
Sound
your
like you do
throat.
this all the time.
It's crazy. All that stress on his throat for no reason. Weird. Didn't we just have this guy up? Okay, I'm gonna take this off. Let's see what this is here. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Trump supporters, you are the demographic of people we'd like to have a conversation with. Do you all know that I copyrighted that?
Fucking conservatives and they're fucking screaming. All they do is scream and bust their throat out.
Rawr. Rawr. You sound like a dinosaur. I don't know why I would say something like, you sound like a goddamn dinosaur. What are we doing? Hi, Charlie. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay, friend. All right, I'm going to go ahead and let you down, but you have a great day.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank God. I thought a bald man was about to disappoint us.
A bald man with a beard. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck are we doing here? Was he black? He was black, right?
That was a black man.
Okay, I was about to say, oh no, brother, please don't let me down. Listen, 15 packs a day is calling back for some reason. I don't know why. We're not going to answer it. Like, sir, get a grip. Godzilla, you keep requesting up but not loading. I'm going to have to, I'll give you like 2 more seconds and then I have to let you down, but you can always re-request once you have better signal. All right. There's no way in hell this person's a Trump supporter. Trump supporters request up. You are the awesome people that we'd like to have a conversation with because you all are just so smart and fantastic folk.
My
Hi.
grandma's 80th birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, that's awesome. Happy birthday. Hey, love, do you know that you're here?
My grandkid.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. I ain't about to let them tell all their business. I ain't gonna do it to them. Can't do it. Can't do it. Mm-mm. Hey, Hector, you want to hear how bad my memory is getting? Bruh. I like this phone right here, basically the dead phone, right? Is I was looking for it before I went live and I couldn't find it. And I was like, where is the phone? Where's the phone? I can't find my phone, right? And I was like, I know I had that phone. So I did the hey Siri, for like 1 second, right? And then I didn't hear it go off. The other phone went off, but not this phone. And I was like, where's my phone? So I did the Find My iPhone thing, right? And it was in the car. I forgot that I had it in the car this morning when I took Bubba to school because I was looking at something while on my other device. So there's that. Thank you, Shauna. That's why you're the head mod. And I bet he won't accept because he's a cat. A cat. Hey, everyone, do me a favor. Since I was told I can't say the P word anymore, that I have to say like cat or something, but you know what I mean, right? All right, drop your cat emojis in the chat for Draco, because Draco is a cat. Yes, a cat. What's this? Let's see if this person will come up. Kitty Cat said, meow. That's funny. Hi, Olivia. Are you a Trump supporter?
Drop your cat emojis in the chat for Draco.
I don't like all that echo. Fix your echo, Luke. Hi, Olivia. Are you a Trump supporter, ma'am? No, you're not. All right, understandable. Okay, Luke, fix your echo and then let us know. Are you a Trump supporter? Downstairs, kitty cat. Outdoor
Hello?
one. Hi, Luke. Are you a Trump supporter?
No.
No? Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you for being here. You have a great day. Why is everyone requesting up? If you're not a Trump supporter, ooh, Lord, when your joints don't work like they used to before. Whoop, ouch. Hi, Kerbla, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
54.
54? Okay, all right. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Sorry. So I was born in a small town. I grew up
I was
small
born in a
town. Mom
small
and dad were
town.
married. Yeah.
Some
I
a
guess what I'm
small
trying to say
town.
is I'm simple. I
A
mean,
small
how if
town.
you look around, how can you not? And I understand that he's not perfect, but when you start looking around, how can you not be?
What? What?
What?
Is there something that he's actually doing like today, May 12th of 2026,
Oh,
that you still support, sir? Because it
oh
says, why
yeah.
are you still supporting Trump?
Well, the big one was the border.
It was the border. It wasn't your small town.
No, I moved. I
Oh.
moved to a bigger city because I do gig work like Uber and Lyft and Instacart.
Mm-hmm.
And when the whole border was open, there was a lot of fraudsters coming through into the gig. It wasn't funny because it was sad because I've been doing this for 7 years, and to see all these people come in and fraudsters and all these people getting fake
So you don't
ideas.
care
I
about
don't
the
know a
small
lot
town
about it.
anymore?
No,
Wait,
no,
wait.
no.
So you have documentation that you can use to sign on to Uber, and that documentation does not require citizenship. So I don't know how you can sit here and say that they are fraudsters.
Should they be here?
I'm sorry. Them being here or not is not the same as being a quote unquote fraudster. You said a bunch of fraudsters came in here and started driving for Uber. Uber does not
Right.
require you to be a citizen to drive for them. They had the exact same documentation you did that Uber required. They passed the background check, they had their license, and they were able to drive.
So how do you
And
get a
those people
license if
did
you're not
not
a citizen?
impact the fact that Uber doesn't pay you shit and you mostly rely on tips. And then what's really impacting your prices right now, or your driving, or any money whatsoever, is Donald Trump's war of choice in Iran, which has gas prices soaring. Those drivers did absolutely nothing to harm you. Sounds like your issue is with your president.
So to be fair, how do you get a driver's license
How do you get a driver's
without
license? Driver's license is
without
not, you can't,
without
no. Being a
without being
citizen
a
does not
citizen?
determine you
And I
getting a
don't know
driver's
this. That's
license.
why I'm asking. Don't you have to be a citizen to get a driver's license?
No.
All people here in the United States of America, just so you can be extremely clear, all right, if you're an asylum seeker or you have TPS status, you can get a driver's license in all 50 states. All right. And there's about 19 states that allow undocumented immigrants to get a license. All right. So there's that part. But what state is it that you're in?
Utah.
You're in Utah? Yep. So they can get a license in Utah.
So you're saying that's okay to do that then?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
They pass the
All right.
test, they
That's
can
fair
get a
enough.
driver's license. Boom. There you go. But I think it's crazy that you don't care about the small town anymore. Hey, caller, hold one moment, please. All right. You don't care about the small town anymore, but like in those small towns, what we have is we have people who are seeing that their hospitals are closing. So they're having to travel even further, whereas once was 20, 30 miles to get to the hospital. They're now having to travel hours to get to the nearest hospital because of Donald
And
Trump's budget cuts. And what
in
about their
your area that
food?
might be true, but in
I don't
in
live in a
my
small
area,
town.
well, wherever you're talking about, in the area that I'm from, that's not happening.
The area that you're from, that's how do you know that's not happening? You're not there anymore. And you just told us that you don't care about the small towns.
I didn't say I didn't care.
You
I said I don't
did.
live
I
there
said, so
anymore.
you don't care about the small towns anymore? You said, nope.
No, to your question about what you were talking about. I came here, well, that's a long story, for a relationship, and that didn't work out, and then
Oh my
then
God.
I
He
can
always want
do
to tell us a life story. I don't want to care about your life story.
Well, you were asking a question. Do you want me to answer or not?
No, but no one cares about your life story. What are we talking about? I
Well,
don't
you were
care.
asking why I don't care, why I said that when you were asking about a small town. I still go back and I still have friends there. So in the small town I'm from, the hospital's the same. There's an IHC, which is big in the Intermountain West. There's another smaller hospital that's still there. And from a smaller town across the border, there's still a smaller hospital with a smaller region. So in my area, that's not true.
Okay. So in your area, because you're saying it's not true, we're just supposed to take your word for it, right?
Okay.
When
You
we
can call me a
know
liar.
that
That's fine.
the cuts to, all right, the Medicaid program that the Trump administration has put into effect via the big ugly bill, all right, definitely, we've seen the closure of about 350 rural hospitals throughout the United States of America. So we've seen that part.
Okay.
Have
So
we
why
not?
did he do the cuts? Why did he do the cuts?
So that he could give himself and his other billionaire and rich friends a massive tax cut. That's why. Yeah.
Okay. So
You don't
hold on
remember
for
the
that.
CBO,
So
the
just a
$4.1
minute.
trillion
Just a minute.
dollars?
Hold on. Let me answer your question.
I didn't ask a question.
So the bigger picture.
I
Why
didn't
you
ask a
said he's
question.
giving it to himself? Yeah, you in a roundabout way you did. You said he was giving it to his billionaire friends and himself.
I was answering
So
your
the
question.
first part is was Trump a billionaire before he became president?
They claimed that he was. They weren't sure. His net worth has always been estimated.
Okay. He made a lot of money. Multi-millions or billions, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So why does he have to become president to make more money?
Because the Supreme Court gave his ass immunity, and he's been using corruption ever since he actually came into
Okay,
the office.
hold on. What I'm saying is obviously he's been a multimillionaire for years and years and years, right?
Cash poor.
Oh my God. If your
Okay,
argument is he was rich before, so he had no reason to get richer, that's
that's
pretty
exactly.
ridiculous. That's a
No, it isn't.
really bad argument.
Why?
Why do the majority of people with wealth
Why would you come
continue
to
to
the
grow their
government
wealth via any
to
avenue
try to grow your
possible?
wealth when
Because the
you could
government
be
can get you connections, it can get you networking, it can get you in positions of power to where you can
He's
literally
working.
weaponize it to enrich yourself even more.
He is working with like the Middle Eastern countries like Qatar, who he gave our chips to Qatar, all right, in exchange for him being able to build a golf course and a resort there in Qatar, all right. Additionally, also, he's working with the UAE. All right. He has been making money. The UAE, all right, they've invested. It was a UAE that he gave the chips to, by the way. But they have they made promises to invest millions of dollars into the United States of America. All right. And guess what they did? All right. They made a $6 billion investment in Donald Trump's and his son's World Liberty Financial firm. All right. His crypto firm. A huge investment into that. Okay, so and that's made him money. There's no reason that the president of the United States of America should have made like over $3 billion within his first year of being president. That's absolutely ridiculous. Be serious.
So the last 5 presidents, all of them, Democrat and Republicans, came in with X amount and left with X amount, right?
Well, last 5 presidents, we have Biden, Bush, Obama, Clinton, Bush Sr., and Reagan. All right. Okay. All of them, all right, came into the presidency, all right, and came out making a few $1 million due to like book deals, and with Obama, a production deal with Netflix. Right? Jimmy Carter actually lost money, and Jimmy Carter was a business owner, a millionaire when he came into office, but he actually lost money as president, all right, because he followed the annulment clause. That's
so
because
how much so you
Donald
said,
Trump as president has made more money in his first year of office than the 45 people before him. The 45 presidents before him, he's made more money than all of them put together. That's from George up until Biden. That don't make no sense, do it?
How do you know that?
How do we know that? Because it's tracked, bro. What do you mean, how do we know that?
Well, no,
it's
no.
tracked.
Well, hang on. You said you didn't know if he was a multimillionaire or billionaire. And now you're saying you know how much money he makes. So I'm asking, where did you
Because
get that
the things that
information?
he's doing are public. The jet was public. All right. The crypto, public. The deals
He doesn't own the
made,
jet.
public.
He doesn't own the jet.
Yeah. Okay. Sure, he doesn't, buddy. Sure, he doesn't.
The jet? Who owns
Yeah.
the jet?
Is that, hey, Hector, that jet, right, that he was gifted from Qatar, right? Didn't they give that to the Department of Defense? And then when Donald Trump leaves office, will that be going to the Trump family library?
Yeah, presidential library specifically, yes.
Oh, okay, there we go. All right,
It
just
would
wanted to
be
make
him
sure.
reading the last fucking president.
Yeah.
So they're gonna put a plane in the library?
You're stupid. It's gonna be gifted. It's supposedly
You just
gifted
called me
to the
stupid?
library. Yeah, because for you to try to be so darn going obtuse. Yes, I did.
No, I'm not. I'm asking this question. Don't call me stupid.
You think
If
they're
I don't
gonna?
know
Oh,
an
they're
answer,
just
I'm
gonna
gonna.
put it on display at the library? Do you
Well,
think
you
that's what's
said
gonna
they were
happen?
gifting it to the
No, they're
library.
gonna.
So what are
They're
they gonna do
going
with
to
it?
put it in the name of the library. So therefore, the Trump family
What are they
will
gonna do
own
with
it.
They will. So then they will
Jesus
use it.
Christ! I didn't know we had to spell it out like ABC
Oh
1,
my
2, 3
gosh.
for you. My apologies. Please do. If you teacup for too long, I'm going to drop you. Teacupping makes me paranoid, and it likely means that you're reporting because your fifis are hurt. Yes, he is. He is definitely bottom hurt. He's bottom hurt because of it.
I'm not bottom hurt. You just
Let's
called
try
me.
this
I asked a
person.
simple question. Stupid
Hey,
when I was
Critical
asking a
Thinky, are
question.
you a Trump supporter?
I am not. Does that disqualify me from this conversation?
It does, friend. I'm sorry. We're only looking for Trump
Apologies. Have
supporters.
fun.
Oh,
All
no, not the skedaddle. Have a good day, friend. Not the skedaddle.
They went skedaddle. You know the word skedaddle? It means skedaddle. Somebody said skedaddle.
Hector, what was that? You're a gig worker defending friggin' billionaires, bro. Do you think that you're going to be a billionaire one day? The fudge are we doing here?
He called people fraudsters and he complained about his small town that he's currently not in. He would be in the city to which the degree of people would increase, including these alleged undocumented migrants driving for Uber. But I'm in Texas here, where Texas, you as an undocumented migrant can even get a license. It would be limited and there'll be terms, but you can get a license here and you can drive. And we need to have a serious conversation about if all of these undocumented migrants are able to get real driver's license and real documentation en masse and scam the fuck out of the government, then we need to talk about how behind our machinery and everything is to allow that to happen.
That part.
You guys are worried about the wrong issue because they're never going to stop coming. But if they can just make any document in ChatGPT and defraud our offices, that's a bigger freaking issue.
We got bigger fish to fry. I can't even say that correctly. Never mind. I give up on that one.
That damn Uber driver defending billionaires.
Yes, that's wicked work. Like, bro, do you have dreams and aspirations of becoming a billionaire? Because that just don't happen. That's not how that works. You don't just wake up one morning and become a billionaire. All right. They didn't even like get their start with just waking up and becoming billionaires, bro. Like they had rich folks in their family most likely help them. All right. Like Donald Trump didn't just become a billionaire. Donald Trump in the 90s got over $400 million from the death of his dad. All right. Jeff Bezos. All right. He had a rich granddaddy, by the way, who helped him out. Shout out to Preston. Hey, like, come the fuck on, guys.
Call from
Marquise from Chicago.
Oh,
to accept,
God.
press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yep.
Okay, and for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
47.
Okay, all right. And why are you still supporting Trump?
Why I'm still?
Yes. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Because of his policies for American citizens. And then I have a question for you, though. That's why I called. I got one question. Maybe a couple.
Okay.
What, bro?
What's the question?
I can ask you a question. Now, my question is, South Shakur and Fred Hampton and who else? George Jackson. If they was alive today, which party would they be on? If they was alive, due to their policies at that time,
Hey,
what
Joey. Yeah,
where would they be at today?
they definitely wouldn't be voting Republican.
Why
And
not?
with Fred Hampton being about harm reduction, all right, I think that Chairman Fred, if he did participate in the voting process, would vote democratically.
Why would you say that?
Why would I say that? Because I just said it. I just said it.
So,
I said
so
harm reduction, the
you say
progress of our
all
people. Yes, and Fred
progress
Hampton was, in fact, a socialist, and he was very anti-capitalism. And so it's possible that
okay,
he
true.
could have even set out. So what would be the point? Who would Harriet Tubman voted for, you think?
Harriet Tubman.
Uh-huh.
I say the Republican Party due to the fact of our birth rate and the black community.
The Republican Party due to our birthright and the black community, you said?
So that's your damn mind.
I heard birthright. I heard you. So I have a question for you with that birthright, right?
Birth rate, not birthright.
Oh,
Birth
birth
rate.
rate?
The rate.
Our birth rate is
Yeah.
fine.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it
We got the
is.
highest percentage. We got the highest percentage of killing our babies off.
But we're having more babies than white people.
True in a sense, but we got the highest rate of killing them off.
But we're
So,
having more babies than white people. How does that work out, sir?
what you mean? If we killing them off, so if we killing them off, if we killing them
The
off,
numbers
right?
show that the numbers show, sir, that we are actually having more children. But do you fancy yourself as like a follower of Chairman Hampton? Is that what you're doing here?
No, I just know the policy that they was pushing for as far as black people was similar to the policies that the Republicans pushing right now. High birth rate, no homosexuality in the black community, and I see a lot of black
No,
liberals
you're wrong.
True.
And
Why not?
you're just
So wrong.
monstrously wrong. You may be referencing specific Christian activists, black Christian activists that may have been not so much a fan of LGBTQ activities, but I'm unaware of a large portion of them telling a bunch of black people to birth babies into the world just for them to get killed by police or restricted from the right to vote or anything else. It's a ridiculous point.
So how is it a ridiculous point when you got the Democrats pushing a genocide agenda towards the black community? So you got Chuck Schumer.
I can't hear you. I don't know if you have us on a Bluetooth or something, but you need to speak into the microphone because I can't hear you.
I'm at work, so I'm trying to get this through before I get back to my job.
Yeah, but Fred Hampton never spoke on the gay community. So that's not a thing. So I need you to stop with that lie. He was about taking care of black people regardless of their orientation.
No, you misunderstanding me what I'm saying. You right about what you just said about Fred Hampton, but what I'm saying is Fred Hampton, Elaine Brown, Angela Davis, their agenda.
I have a question for you. I have a question for you real quick since you got to get back to work soon. All right. Do you like the freedoms that you have? Like, do you like being able to walk down a sidewalk and not have a white man say, "Don't look me in the eye, boy"? All right. Like, do you like, let's say not being discriminated against at work? And if you are discriminated against, that you can actually file a lawsuit? Like, do you like that? Like, do you like, let me see, being able to just, use whatever the fuck water fountain you want to use? Do you like that? Do you like it? Do you like it?
No.
You don't like being able to fuck white women and not, get lynched for it? You don't like that?
No, I'm gonna want to
You don't like
fornicate with
that?
no European.
You don't like that?
Fornicate with no. Like
I
what?
like you.
Like
You don't like basically like your state can't make a law that that blatantly discriminates against you. You don't like that?
my state do. My state. I live in Illinois and Chicago,
Yeah, and
and I'm
guess
a '90s
what?
baby.
Guess what?
Yeah.
There's no law on the books in the state of Chicago. And that's just, God, I fucking hate when y'all do that. There's no law on the books in the state of Illinois, all right, that blatantly discriminates against black people. There's no law that says black people can't go here, black people can't do this, black
I
people
ain't say
can't
that.
do that, right? So no,
I
you need
ain't
to
say that.
listen.
I'm listening.
This is going somewhere. I need you to listen.
Okay.
Need you to
I'm
listen.
listening.
Okay, thank you, friend. All right, here's the deal. Okay.
Yeah.
The midterms are extremely important because what we are trying to prevent is we're trying to prevent the Republican Party from gaining the majority in the House and in the Senate. Because if they gain the majority, what they can do is they can call a constitutional convention. Do you know what a constitutional convention is, sir?
No, inform me. I like knowledge, so inform me. What's that?
A constitutional convention is when they gather and they actually write a new amendment to the Constitution of the United States of America.
Let me ask you a question. Ain't
And
it black people on that committee?
I'm sorry, are
Ain't
you
it
saying
black
it's
people?
black people? Are you asking me if it's black people in Congress, sir?
Right. On both sides.
What?
Ain't it
We
black
have
people on
62
both sides?
members. We have 62 black members of Congress on the Democratic side, only 5 on the Republican side. And it'll be 1 next year when the next 4 leave the House. The constitutional amendment that she's referencing is when 2/3 of the majority, which Congress is predominantly white and currently leaning Republican, are able to vote on behalf of changing amendments in the Constitution, amendments that were passed for our protection.
Like
Republicans are spending, yes.
Go ahead, Hector. You're fine. I'm sorry.
So basically,
I was just gonna say
that has
Republicans
to
are
go
spending
through the
buku
House.
amounts of money in ridiculous seats, in like single seats in red states such as Tennessee right now for 1 damn seat because they need as much as they can so they can change the Constitution. That's what she's
Okay.
referencing.
So what you saying? Black people ain't gonna have no say so when they do that on both sides of each party.
What?
Right, what up?
Do you?
What?
Do you understand that it's not about the black people in Congress? We're talking about parties, all right, and what these parties will vote for. All right, we have 2 sides in our Congress, okay? We have the Democratic side and we have the Republican side. Okay. All right. So we don't want the Republicans to have that majority, that super majority, because if they get it, then they will vote. That means when they say yay or nay to adding an amendment that, let's say, gets rid of the 14th Amendment, all right, that gets rid of that 14th Amendment. How did I choose this as work? All right. That gets rid of that 14th Amendment. Then that means that certain things that actually protect us as black people in the United States of America would be no more. Do you know what the 14th Amendment is, sir?
Yeah, that's demonstrating with the corporations and they got the corporations as people demonstrating what? Tell me. I told you I like knowledge. If I don't know, I don't know. I'm not ashamed to say I don't know nothing.
The 14th Amendment is the birthright citizenship amendment. Is what gave black people our citizenship here in the United States of America. Additionally, it also has the Equal Protection Clause, and the Equal Protection Clause is what makes it so that the states have to provide us with our due process. And that's what I was talking about in regards to those laws that states have. They are bound by the Equal Protection Clause in the 14th Amendment to ensure fair and equal access. Because so no person can be denied.
Is black people citizens right now or not? Is black people citizens?
Yes.
Right
yes.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So now black people citizens, and I got one party saying black people don't need no ID to vote. So if another party is saying that, like, we too incompetent to go get an ID, so why is the issue for the Democrats to sign the bill to vote on citizen having a proper ID to go in to vote? If I want to vote on the laws that y'all talking about, that the Republicans are trying to pass. So if that's not in play, then what? Then we got all of the excuses to say, well, ain't enough black people voting due to the fact that the Democrat Party didn't pass the bill on Voting Rights Act. So that y'all conversation, y'all premise on people losing their rights or losing the 14th Amendment, it don't hold because we are citizens.
Nigga!
Right? Should it hold?
That would take for you to understand how amendments work to the Constitution, right?
Why they gotta get written in the
remind
law,
me,
right?
Hector, was it the 17th or the 18th Amendment that was for prohibition?
Shit. I want to say the 17th. Let me double check.
Yeah, I think it was the 18th, I think. 18th or 17th. All right. Do you recall that when we had it was the 18th. You recall
18th.
when alcohol was outlawed in the United States of America?
Like the prohibition around like 1930.
Prohibition. Yeah,
Like
prohibition.
Yeah, prohibition. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in tune.
Okay, all right. And then you know that they passed another amendment, all right, the 21st Amendment, and that repealed the 18th Amendment. So the 18th Amendment is no longer in play because the 21st Amendment came about.
And that's dealing with what though?
That was that was the repealment of prohibition. That's why we're able to drink alcohol now, and it's not against the law. So if they were to pass a 28th Amendment, all right, a 28th Amendment, all right, undoing the 14th Amendment, then all that stuff that you just said about IDs and vote, like that would be moot because no, we would not be considered citizens. Does that make sense to you? Because it undoes all of that. And we've had Republicans speak out about wanting to undo the 14th Amendment, sitting Republicans.
But how is that? How is that when they trying to push a bill to have proper ID to vote, and the other side saying no, we don't want that because it shows a disenfranchised towards minorities. So what they saying
because we have laws in place right now. We have laws in place right now, sir.
Right.
All right.
Right.
That do protect our voting rights. They protect our voting rights because we are in fact citizens because of the 14th Amendment. That's as simplest the way I could put it into like context for you.
Okay,
all right, so we can stick to this point so you can understand, all right, that what we're talking about is that if the Republicans get the majority in both the House, like the supermajority in both the House and in the Senate in November, sir, it will give them the power to add amendments to the Constitution, and in doing so, they could strip away rights from people such as us.
Who right? No, who right? So ain't nobody right been.
Hector, my dad is calling. You got it.
Okay. Do you know what it takes to register to vote?
The rest of the vote, to go in, show your ID, show your credentials, showing that you are a citizen. Right now, that's not the case because you got foreigners.
What do you mean right now that's not the case? You just said all the things that are required to register to vote. So past the registration, you would be eligible to vote. How is that not a thing right now?
Listen what I'm saying. When you go into the voting polls, they not asking you if you're a citizen. That's the main thing.
They don't
You
have
have to
to.
be a
Your
citizen.
registration
Right.
would
That's the
verify
argument.
citizenship.
No, that's the argument. That's the argument right now
That is
in the
how the
House.
law has been for decades.
But I'm trying to say that law right there shows that it gives the Democrat Party the chance to cheat with foreigners that come to this country saying they citizens but not citizens. So who's taking the citizen box? It could be
Hey,
another
so
Democrat.
let me help
Yeah,
you out. You don't go
yeah.
to an office to register to vote and they say, "Are you a citizen?" They say yes, and they go, "Cool beans," and then bam, you're registered to vote. We would
No, you know you
verify
got
your
to talk.
citizenship in the registration process. When you go
How
to
would you
vote,
do that?
that registration
How
would
would
be
you do that?
verified once again to ensure that you are
But what
eligible
would
to
get
vote
you
in
though?
particular elections. That's how you find
But
out if you
what?
need to update your address, put yourself in a different
Right,
county,
right,
or do something
right,
that I
right.
had to do back in March. Shush, 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 shush. Do something I had to do
No,
back in March, which is drive all the way back to my original county to be able to vote in my local elections,
okay.
or use a limited ballot in the district that I was in. All of this was done because of that registration that verifies my citizenship. If you're an
So let
undocumented
me ask you
migrant, you cannot register to vote, which means you cannot
this.
vote in elections.
Right, right. So what I'm saying, after all what you said, what did you use to prove that you was a citizen? What you used besides your voting card? Because before you got your voting card, you had to have
There are
some
no
type of
voting
form.
cards currently. I'm sorry. When did you
So
register to vote? When's the last time you registered to vote?
what's a mail-in ballot then? What's that?
No, no,
What
no.
would you
When's
call
the
it?
last time? When did you register to vote?
Last year, a year before that, I voted for
Did you have
three
a
times.
voter ID last year?
Yes, I did. Yes, I had
What
to
state are
show
you
my
in?
ID.
Does your state require a voter
I just
ID?
told you I'm from Chicago. I just told you I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago is Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Hold on. Chicago doesn't require voter ID.
No, they don't. No, they don't. But
So
certain
then how did
areas,
you use a voter ID to
listen,
register?
listen what I'm saying. In certain counties, I'm in Cook County. Now, when I'm in Cook County, the place I go to, they ask you for your identification before you even go in. They ask you your name and you show your ID. They look up
So then you would have
whatever.
birth certificate. You would have to have a
Right, all that,
document showing your address to verify your
right,
address.
all that. Yes,
Yeah.
all that.
None of that is a
So
voter
after that,
ID.
no, I'm saying forget that. To get my voter ID, what I need to do, I have to show some type of form of citizenship, right? Or I could just
When
say
you
over the
register,
phone.
that's correct.
Right, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying right now in
That is
Chicago.
the
They don't
law.
do that.
That is why undocumented migrants cannot vote in our federal elections. That is
So
why
why
on
can't
voting days,
so
they do not require you to show a quote unquote voter ID because they would check your registration.
your registration could be flawed? That's what I'm saying. That's why Trump tried to stop the
If
mail-in
your
ballot.
registration is fraudulent, then what's to stop them from fraudulently making voter IDs?
Yeah.
This is what I don't understand about y'all. If they're fraudulently making birth certificates and all these other things that prove their citizenship, they're just gonna do the same shit with voter ID. So this really goes to show that the SAVE Act is a monumental waste of time and taxpayer dollars. If
No,
we
it's
have
not.
people
Because you got
so good to where they're doctoring legal documents required to vote, to get benefits and
put
everything else,
into the
they're just gonna do it again.
No, because they found, but so now they finding out it was a lot of dead people and a lot of undocumented people that was voting in the 2020
A lot of
election.
what people?
Not only that election,
Absolutely
a lot of
not. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
what you mean?
No, no.
Doing
Hush
what?
your mouth. Hush your mouth.
Doing what?
All right. The Heritage Foundation actually did a study, and they did a study over a 40-year time frame, and what they found, all right, is less than 0.000007% of the people that participated in federal elections, all right, voted fraudulently, all right? That would be amongst people who were not American citizens, all right? Okay.
It's been a
And
lot
only
of
about 10 of them were people who were undocumented. So what that means is that people who had green cards, so here legally had participated at a higher clip in the federal elections process, all right, than undocumented immigrants. 67 people, all right, who had green cards participated in elections over a 40-year time period, all right, and 10 people, I just told you, the Heritage Foundation. If you tell me you don't know what the Heritage Foundation is, then what you're telling me is that you don't know anything about politics. You haven't been paying attention to anything that's been going on around you.
I'm saying the premise you use and been debunked.
No, it's not. Who debunked it? Who debunked it? Who debunked it?
A couple days ago.
Who debunked it? Tell us where.
He just said a couple days ago. It's crazy.
Tell us where. Who debunked it?
You just be saying stuff.
Who? Was it Newsmax? Was it OAN? Was it Fox? Who was it?
I don't listen to OAN. I don't listen to Fox.
So who debunked it?
The feds. The feds found out.
The feds who? Who is the feds?
Yeah.
Who is the feds?
Hey, I know who it was. It was Deuteronomy because he said you ain't gonna have no more oil if you don't get your doodles together.
Bruh.
Nobody's fucking scared of that, man. Hey, the skid right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Eric, I want to give you.
Right
Let me tell you how Republicans are making our elections less safe. And I just found this out in Minnesota. There are Republicans in Minnesota who were voting to pass a bill to kick dead people off the registry because they keep saying that dead people are voting in the state. The reason why Democrats have thankfully shut down that bill is because when someone passes, the state is then able to put on their registry like a D, like basically the designation for pass, for gone away, unalive. And that's what they use to go back in the system and show this person used a dead person's information to vote. Without that little marker in their registration, if you just kick them all off, then you run the risk of then more dead people voting, and then you have no list to verify whether they're passed or gone. Versus if you keep them there and it passes through, we are then able to catch those people, kick it out from the election, and then prosecute the individuals who did so if we find ill intent. Okay. These are all the ways that, like, in the simplest form, Republicans just look at things from a surface level lens and they go, this bad. But then there's a reason for it that they don't fucking know, and then they speak out of their ass. Republicans are making our elections more fraudulent.
Hold on. Did someone drop Mark?
No.
Oh, okay.
I thought he just dropped.
Okay,
he's not even in the request.
He dropped himself? Okay, I just want to make sure no one dropped Mark. Oh, thank God he hung up. I didn't want to talk to him no more. I ain't gonna hold you. He was annoying. You're not smart.
Call from.
Hi, caller. Hold one moment, please. Thank you. So, Hector, I'm going to talk about my feelings for a moment. I don't mind informing people of information, right? And then, they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to look into this. But, when you don't know stuff and then you, try to argue what you don't know, I got a problem with that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It bothers me.
That is my issue. I'm willing to tell you whatever you need to know, but don't come up here and argue with me on shit that you got to ask me questions about. How you going to ask me questions to clarify your argument?
That part. That part. Chat, let's keep doing all of the good things, guys. All of the good things. I know you all are working. I get it. I understand it. Shout out to you, to all of you at your Black, White, Asian, Pacific Islander, indigenous jobs. Shout out to all of you. All right. However, we need to do the good things over here, guys. Okay. So let's make sure that we are showing love to Simhar and to Hector. All right. Our goal is to get Simhar up to 10,000 coins. And let's make sure that we take care of Hector. There's no reason that he should be under 1,000. So let's do all of the good things, guys. I can't say it enough, especially if you all want to do the waffle. I have to call it that, I guess. I call it a raffle, but especially if you all want to do that. And it's not really that, because basically what's going to happen is I'm going to ask a trivia question. First person to answer is the winner. It's really that easy. All right. So make sure you pay attention today. Okay. With that being said, y'all, keep tapping the screen, keep sharing the live, keep doing all the good things. And shout out to Liliana for the $1 over on the on Zelle. No, I haven't heard of that. I looked into it. In regards to that, it is happening in specifically California due to a software error. All right. I mean, if you got a letter for it, it should have told you the reason for the real ID having to be turned in. It should have told you that, like, on the letter. So I would say, of course, read through the letter and do that, or just contact your local DMV to find out why. But I haven't seen any widespread surrendering of real IDs outside of California. So there's that part. I don't like to stoke feelings to people. And Manavan, thank you very much for the $20.76. All right, over on PayPal. I appreciate you, friend. Shout out to you. All right. And I'm so sorry. I've been ignoring Taylor. Hi, Taylor. Thank you very much for the $5, friend. Did you ever message me, Taylor? Because I really do need you to message me so I can give you the information, because I really do want those cupcakes. Because I don't know what part of you thinks that I don't want those cupcakes, but I do. Okay, I really do. So please message me. Thank you. I appreciate you. Taylor sent 5 and said, I can't stand the uneducated speaking on things that they refuse to study and still support a racist, sexist pig. Keep educating. Yes, ma'am. We'll definitely do. Shout out to you, Taylor. And let me try to take a look over on the tube of the U and see if we have anything over there. Hey, Hector, don't you hate when you like say that you're going to take a look to see if you have anything over there, and then when you don't have anything over there, you be like, oh, well, nothing over there. And keep on moving. But we do.
You try to be considered. It's like, damn, I wasn't even considered. That's crazy.
That's crazy. But shout out to Stephenson for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you, friend. Stephenson said there was only one issue on the ballot in 2024, the future of democracy. That is very true. And MAGA failed us because they hate trans people more than they love America. That is true. I know that was for the first YouTube caller because bruh. Like, dude, come on. This is not hard. All right. It's not hard. Okay. It's this braid over here. There we go. Okay. It's flipped, but it's not hard. This isn't rocket science, guys. Okay. This is literally an open book test with all of the answers. All you have to do is copy. Okay. All right. Like, white people, think about your future Black grandbabies. Do that. Think about your future Black grandbabies, okay? All right? God damn it. All right? Think about your Latino coworker that you just love when, you know, she tells a joke or some shit. I don't know. Think about somebody else other than yourself, okay? And get this shit together. That's all I got to say about that. But thank you all so very much, because you all are too kind. I also wanted, Simhar left. She must have lost connection. Simhar will be back, all right? But I want you all to do me a huge favor, okay? I want you to think about someone else, and I do want you all to, of course, keep doing all of the good things, all right? I don't think I have to tell you all that, but you never know. You never know. And also, I want to hear Hector say thank you before I turn into me, Mom. All it's going to take is another sip of cut water.
Did you guys know that if you go to the ericaeffect.com, you can ask Trump supporters, the fuck are we doing here, without ever saying the words out of your mouth?
That part. Be right back.
It's crazy. I like to say things without saying things. Okay, bet. I got it.
My dad is here, but I have to take the, there's a call. Do you want to talk to somebody? I'm going to let you talk to somebody on TikTok because that'd be easier. Okay.
Daryl, did you vote for Trump? Daryl, you there? Daryl going once. Daryl going twice. Daryl, come back up when you're ready to chat. Or may have been an accidental request. Zero, did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did not. I'm actually Canadian. I just wanted to pop up for a second and say I love watching both of your lives. They are.
I appreciate that, boss man. I appreciate that. So here's where you fucked up. You said you love watching the both of our lives, which means you hear us persistently and consistently saying Trump supporters only request up in the box. Which means you just violated a boundary, even though you clearly know what our rules are. I appreciate your support. I really do. Erica does as well. But you guys need to understand boundaries. She's trying to run a show here. I'm trying to run a show here. At this point in time, you should know not to, don't do that. Thank you, though. Like, seriously, thank you. But chill out. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you are over on the tube side and you call the number on the screen, I don't know her number on the screen. So do that. But yeah, crazy revelation. This is what I found out in the state of Minnesota. Because what they do, and you find this often on X, and that's one of the problems that I have with social media, specifically platforms like X, that anyone can put out a sentence and people take it as law, is they'll tell you Democrats want to keep dead people on the voter registration rolls. Why is that? It's because they like fraudulent elections. And it's easy to think, with an IQ not above room temperature, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Why don't we kick dead people off? There's a reason why we keep them on. It's to keep that registry, it's to keep that identification marker so that we know how to catch fraud in elections. Now, you can take them off and we would still have other ways to identify their bodies. It just makes it easier, especially on the fly during elections. We have a lot of suspicious stuff going on as of late, particularly because of Republicans. So we keep them there for a reason. And the reason isn't so that they could vote. It's so we can catch them if someone uses their name to do so. This is why the United States has one of the most securest election processes in the entire world, which is why running off of Donald Trump losing the 2020 festival because of massive amounts of fraud, especially when it comes from undocumented migrants, is false and cannot even be proven by the most right-wing think tanks such as the Heritage Foundation. Insane. I've said it before and I will say it again. If undocumented migrants in mass were voting for Democrats, Kamala Harris would have won the 2024 election, because 2022, we saw a record amount of them come to the country. So there's that. Anyways, gonna need you guys to do a couple things while you're here and while we're waiting on the Trump supporters. Double tap that screen. Oh, Semhart is back. Welcome back, Semhart. I'm gonna put you on the mute there. Oops. There you go. Remember to gift the hell out of Semhart. Semhart is doing infinitely worse than all of us. I'm not saying that in like a negative way. It just means we help people who need help. So with that being said, double tap that screen till the hard bar gets full. I want to see the likes up to 250K and beyond. I know some of y'all are working. But to those of you who are not, do the thing. Bro, speaking everything but facts. I love it when you guys say that, and then I'm going to ask you, what did I lie about? And then you're not going to come up or even say so in the chat. So that's really embarrassing. You're like the boy who cried wolf or lie, and then you don't know shit about fuck. Anyways, share out the lie with your friends and family. Also repost it and add it to your story. We want to get this out to as many people as possible. Super helpful, super cool. Thank you guys for the 100 shares. Make sure you continue to do so. We do have the gift goal there. There's about 13 more of the fist bumps to go. What I like about the fist bump and Republicans cry about is that one's a black hand and one's a white hand. Look at that unity. You want to be unifying? Send the fist bump. 13 more to go. Send your daily heart me's as well if you have not. Also, make sure you're checking out the links in Erica's bio for the best ways to support the platform. Erica got other social medias that she needs to do better at posting on, but we want to get this out to as many people as possible. Make sure that you do that. Okay? Follow her on all the social media platforms. The Discord is public, so you should also join that one. A lot of fun in there, a lot of good information. A lot of the stuff we cite here, you can find in the Discord. Also, you're also going to have the links to support the platform if you want to send a thank you to Erica, say hi to her cute face, or do anything else. So make sure you do all those good things. Greatly appreciate it. I'm not good at rambling. God damn it. Trump supporters requested up.
Because even if you call in at this point, I couldn't answer the phone. I don't like it. I don't like it in a bit. God damn it! Erica, answer the phone! Well, I tried. Caller, you're gonna have to wait a minute. We're gonna get to you. You're gonna have to wait a minute. We are going to get to you. Also, I guess I could go buck wild since Erica isn't here. Corey, shut the fuck up. I actually want you to shut the ever-loving fuck up. Because I am so sick and tired of y'all rambling your asses off and you got no facts, no proof, no nothing. So I'm gonna help you zip your mouth and zip it for you in the chat. Oopsies! Oh, never mind. Looks like somebody else already got it. Haha! You are now silenced. Nothing I can't stand more than a keyboard warrior. Especially when you're a man. You know what I mean? Like, especially when you're a man. You're a man Trump supporter. You're a male Trump supporter who has no balls to have a conversation. All you got is keyboard warring typing nonsense. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense to y'all? That's some beta energy. That's some beta freaking energy, bro. Oh my God, I can't talk to two black liberals. No, they're scary. Trump's the man, though. Weird. Weird. I really hate this, y'all. I don't like having to ramble as much. Y'all know me. I don't do the entertainment part. I do the destroying part. I talk to people. When I don't have people to talk to, I just ramble. I don't like it. I don't like this at all. Erica, come back, please. Please come back. I hate it here. Anyways, in other news, I've been talking about this quite a bit today because I find it hysterical. The Party of Fiscal Responsibility also just announced that we are going to be over $2 trillion in debt by the end of the fiscal year 2026, which equates to about $187 billion a month that we're going to have to be borrowing to keep up with the United States. Now, you would think in the middle of a ton of cuts to programs specifically meant to help the lower and middle class, that we would have less money to borrow, right? Even if we don't get to like a positive, obviously with the national debt, it's a ton, we would have some type of positive. Instead, here we are. We're still spending a bunch of money, but it's not so much going into the pockets of Americans or for the benefit of Americans and their programs, such as aid or anything else. So I want you guys to ask yourself, where the fluck is the money going to? Yes, I said fluck. Where is it going to? Where is it going to? Why did he cut these programs? Make it make sense. So, something to think about. While you and I are paying higher gas prices at the pump, more for groceries, more for our healthcare, he still has concepts of a plan and trust the plan, quite frankly. Also, I just saw Erica's shirt for the first time. A, B, C, D, E, F. Fuck, that's hilarious. That's a great shirt.
Hey, good morning, all you non-Trump supporters. Get you one of these bruh hats. They going fast.
Hey. That's my dad. Awesome.
None of you motherfuckers crack. God damn, that's your dad? Holy shit. Did y'all see that? Wait. Did y'all see that? That motherfucker could pass for her brother. What the fuck do you mean, Dad? I need your genes, Erica. That motherfucker don't crack.
First off, all right, don't be making no compliments about my dad, ladies. All right. All right. I need y'all to know that much. Okay. All right. Don't be making no compliments about my dad. All right. All right. All right. My mom might be holy, but she'll fight. She'll fight. No, she won't fight. I'll fight though. My mom don't fight.
Palpable said since she's almost 60, he must be 80.
He don't need no ego boost. So I'm gonna wait till he leave before I start talking to y'all again. Oh God.
What our fans say.
he said what our fans say, bruh.
Young man, you look fantastic for your age. Good job.
Bruh.
I'm gonna start calling your dad young man because Jesus Christ.
Man. No, my parents are in their 50s. They're young. I'm almost 60 though. I'm almost 60. Cut.
Whew, guys. The benefits of what? Shea butter, lots of water, and minding your own black business. When I tell you, it is wonders. It does wonders to the skin regimen. Absolute wonders. Thank God. Answer the phone, please.
Keep doing all of the good things, guys. All of the
Call
good
from
things. And
Soma
let's get back
Alchemy.
into it.
To accept, press 1.
Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
I wouldn't really call myself a supporter these days. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
29.
Okay. All right. And so you say you wouldn't call yourself a supporter, but yeah. So why are you still supporting Trump?
Okay. I guess I should just re-clarify. I'm not supporting him. I was a Democrat my whole life, and then I voted for him, and because he said he was gonna he was going to clarify some of the dangers of the COVID vaccine and other things during COVID, and none of those things happened, and we're just getting pedophilia and Zionism in support of Israel.
What did you say about the pandemic? Sir?
I kind of put it all into one statement there, but
Yeah, you're basically saying you don't support him anymore because he lied to you, and it was specifically over the pandemic or whatever, and pedophilia and blah blah blah.
I mean, it's not really just the pandemic. I mean, it's kind of everything. It's like we're supposed to be America first, but we're sending billions to Israel, and the whole criticism about the Democrats is that they send money to the Ukraine, and now he's doing that as well. He's still sending money to the Ukraine. He's sending it to Israel as well, and it's like, oh, we're America first. So I would say he's a fake Republican. I would say he's not even MAGA enough, honestly. So I honestly, I don't know why you guys aren't just capturing that narrative for yourself, because it's like it's obvious Trump supporters are not happy.
Yeah, him being less or more of a real Republican doesn't change the fact that Republicans suck, and then he would suck even more so no matter what way he leaned. But oh yeah, that's what you said. Thank you, Palpable. We were supposed to get the truth about the vaccine. Cool. What truth did you expect Trump and the Republican Party to reveal about the vaccines?
I mean, I was kind of skeptical. I didn't really think anything was going to happen, but it was kind of like, oh yeah, maybe we'll see, maybe. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
RFK,
you'd clearly be
same thing.
implying that there is some truth behind them that Democrats or Democratic administration would not have shared with the public. So what do you believe that to be?
Well, I don't think the Democrats would have shared it either. I don't think it's even them doing it. I think it's pharmaceutical companies. I don't think any party is ever going to
Got
save
you.
you.
So again, you'd still be implying that there would be some untold truth behind the vaccines. What do you believe that to be?
Yeah. What do I believe that to be? Just that it was just like a really inefficient way of implementing technology that we don't even really understand. And it probably would take hundreds of years of research to even understand what we even did to the human genome. But,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't have information of what that's going to do because we didn't research it. We should have.
Well, we did. Are you under the belief that the vid wasn't around before 2020?
I'm sorry?
Are you under the belief that the vid, I'm using my words carefully for a reason here, the vid wasn't around until 2020?
Well, actually, that would be false because I believe it was leaking around 2019.
No,
it was
it'd been
around
before
20.
It was
then.
before then. They were working on a COVID vaccine prior to 2020.
I remember my brother was in the hospital and they were kind of talking about it still spreading and stuff. So I think it actually was than we thought it was. And you can't really prove when it was spreading. Like it's those are one of those things that's like really hard to prove. But that's also hearsay and speculation too.
What is he talking about? Hector?
Yeah, so
I'm
he
kind of not
basically
following. I'm sorry.
I don't blame you. He basically regrets his votes and he cited a bunch of reasons why, and now I'm nitpicking his reasons. One of the reasons why he voted for Trump, he said they would reveal the truth about the vaccine. I asked him what that truth is. Finally, he got around to saying that he thinks it was ineffective, and he just said that it would have came around in 2019, which is grossly false. We've been studying the effects of said virus for several decades now. What specifically would be
You've
your
been
point of
studying
contention?
COVID-19 for several decades.
That is correct. What specifically would
Yeah.
be your point of contention is
COVID-19.
the
We've been studying
variants that we got.
COVID-19 for several decades.
If you would listen to
Really?
what it is Hector is saying, COVID isn't something that's new. It's been around for a very, 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 very long time.
No,
It's the different
COVID-19 is a new
variants.
novel
Excuse me
virus.
one moment, sir. It
Sure.
is the different variants. That is why we've had different vaccines for it since 2020. All right, because it changes, it mutates. All right.
Okay, I'll
Please
let you finish
understand
and I'll
that. So
respond.
they have been working on a vaccine, all right, for this, all right, for a long time before COVID. All right. They simply just sped it up because of the damage in which the C19 variant was doing. That's all. That's all that
Okay, you're
happened.
bringing up two
And
different
since
points.
when
I
did
can
Donald
address
Trump
both
even
points,
say that
but
he was going to like bring out the truth about it? I don't recall that. Was that a thing for him?
I think it
Never.
was kind of part.
I
I
don't
mean,
recall that
to
was
be
a thing
honest,
for him.
I'm not
This
100%
is the man who literally
sure
spearheaded it.
even
He said
his
Operation
promise
Warp
that.
Speed. He didn't even
It's
get
probably more
alongside the other
actually the hope
Republicans'
that he
bases
would.
is invalidating it. His
Yeah.
big thing was saying he didn't think it needed to be mandated, even though he went and got one himself. And the lockdowns hurt the economy. He has never necessarily or grossly contested the effectiveness of it.
Okay, can I speak? Because you said that. So
Sure.
Is that what he called to do, though?
okay,
He didn't want to talk about anything that's actually going on right now?
No,
I
that's just
will.
the
I will.
point. That's
Because
just the point
I'm
that I
actually
referenced
kind of
because he already
curious
said
what
he
you guys
regretted
think
his
about
vote.
Zionism in Israel, because that seems to be kind of a really important issue on the left. And I
Are you
have
a
to say that the
Zionist?
left is no, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I'm
We're
not
not
for the
Zionists
genocide
either.
of young children. I think what Israel is doing is a genocide, maybe a Holocaust. I think it's
It
wrong,
is a
and I think we should
genocide.
be speaking against it.
We do speak out
So I
against
would
it.
never vote Republican ever again, frankly.
There's even people, and we participated in raising funds for,
Yeah, we did.
Gaza. I'm trying to understand what it
So we have
is.
a lot we agree on, actually.
Okay. Who did you vote for in 2024?
In 2024, it
Uh-huh.
was the RFK Maha coalition. That was the whole reason I voted for Trump. Because I was actually going to vote for RFK, but they wouldn't let him run as a Democrat. Which I'm
What?
sure we won't agree with either, but
Wait. What?
they would not
RFK
let
was
him run
running
as a
his own
Democrat. That
campaign
is
as
the
an
claim I'm making.
independent.
Yeah, he tried to run as
He didn't
a
want to run as
Democrat,
a Democrat.
and they changed the rules around so he couldn't qualify in certain states. Therefore, he had to run as an independent. I'm well aware. I was a supporter of his campaign, so I know this very well.
RFK does not support
We were
Democrats.
also talking about COVID. So
No,
you brought
he
up a
does.
really good point about COVID that I kind of wanted to address. So if I could just,
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I don't care about the whole COVID thing, and the reason why I don't care because what's done is done. All right, they're doing the research right now in regards to the long COVID. All right, but here's the thing, right? That the thing is that you just told us that you think that like you believe, as I believe, that the state of Israel is committing a genocide against the Palestinian people, is what you just said. And you said that you voted for Donald Trump because they tried to keep RFK off the ballot in where you're at. And so you voted for Trump. But Donald Trump is the same person that prior to the election said out of his own mouth that he would turn Palestine, Gaza into a parking lot, turn it into glass, is what he said.
I actually totally agree with you. Like that's really
That doesn't
terrible he
make
said
any
that.
sense.
No, the thing is people vote for very complicated reasons, and so I was just trying to get you to understand that
People do
there's
vote
a
for
lot
very
of
complicated
different array of
reasons.
reasons. Because honestly,
Yeah.
to the point of that is like, I don't like Trump, but I would still vote my interest in certain areas, and so you can't. You might think he's a terrible person. I agree, he is a terrible person. To be honest,
What would
I
be
think
your
Biden's a terrible
interest?
person.
What would be your interest?
My interests are permaculture and herbalism. I want to see more of that in the world. I want to see people actually getting to the root cause of health. And then, that's fine. We want to
And
talk
you
about
think that
vaccines.
the Trump
That's fine. But
administration is
when
going to
people
be the
are
one to
actually
do that?
focusing on it, those were a lot of the things being discussed by his side at the time. I mean, he's obviously
Not
he's
really.
not
I
voting
grew
for
up
those
on
things, but
holistic medicine, and I am a
that's
strong
cool.
advocate for it. I just understand that, when you lose a leg, wrapping cabbage on it is not the best idea.
And I'm
RFK
not, not,
hasn't
not,
even been going down those routes. Not to mention, RFK, while obviously he's from a Democratic family and stuff, for literally years, he has been identifying, and not, I guess, verbally, but ideologically, with the right and far right individuals. I'm aware of his bid that he dropped.
I would agree with more.
He's
I
been
would agree with you on
accusing.
that, but I
He's
would
been
Hold
agree more
on one
accusing
moment. Caller, let him
the
finish.
He's been accusing the DNC of rigging the primaries. Shit, I just had it here. Specifically with South Carolina rather than Iowa or New Hampshire, which is a prominent place for Black Democrats in the region. The DNC has done that for years now. It has nothing to do with him. But he ultimately chose to end his campaign with Democrats and choose to go the independent route. Plus, he got no support from them, basically. The majority of his support came from the right, and that's why he went on as an independent before inevitably showing his true colors and siding with Trump in 2024.
But you mentioned that you care about herbalism and that you care basically in something that you mentioned something about chemicals or something.
No,
What did you say?
permaculture.
Okay.
Permaculture,
But
which is basically the holistic management of land. So, like, the idea of it is we should be using highway space to be growing food. I mean, honestly, we could do so many good things that the Republicans and the Democrats are promising through permaculture alone. So I feel like we're
the
living
Trump
in
administration is what?
society in general. The way we manage our agricultural system is just insane. And those are some of the things that RFK promised.
So you mean like
am I
along the
really
highways, like plant crops and whatnot?
just underutilized space in America?
Underutilized? Actually, our land is overutilized. And then the Trump administration is
No,
actually
not at
selling it
all.
off
When I
to
drive by the
companies and
highway, there's
whatnot.
so many different medicinal plants and like millions of dollars of economic wealth just sitting there, not even being used. It's sad.
But if
It's
you
like
use
there's all
that
kinds of
land, right, that is like when you drive down a highway, like when I drive down I-10, all right, there's some land that is used, I believe, for the cotton fields going down to Tucson. And then, of course, there's some land that isn't used at all. Somebody owns it, right? But doesn't mean that all of the land, first of all, is fertile. That's the first part you have to understand. Not all
Well,
of
that's
the
the whole
land
beautiful thing about
can
permaculture, though.
actually.
It's like you grow plants that don't even need that much nutrients. Like, have you ever heard of like Jerusalem artichokes for one? That's like a huge root crop. I think we planted it last year. It was like a 20-foot bed, and it was like 500 pounds of Jerusalem artichokes. Shittiest
What the
soil
fuck
we've
we
ever
gonna
grown
do
it
with
in.
artichokes? Not even everybody even likes artichokes, bro. What are
One
we
of the
doing?
highest protein foods
And
in the
then like
world.
we have like
You're
there's
not
so
gonna
much
you're
that's
not gonna
happening
listen to that.
that goes into
You're not
this
gonna listen
because
to
you
that. Like, you care about
you can
homeless
over
people, but
farm
you're
the
not gonna
land
listen to
also. So there's that part. I think it's good in theory, but in actual practice, right?
it. Well, no
Like
one's
they have
doing
to
it.
think
So
about how it is that
you
they're
have to
actually going to
practice.
be able to
You
do
kind of have
it
to practice it, though, don't you?
because there's
You gotta
that.
try it, don't you?
No, when you have pragmatism, all right, it's not necessarily about trying it. It's about considering the pros and cons of each side and then making a decision on how to move forward. So
Yeah, I
there's
would agree with
that. And like you're sitting here, and I do think it's very, it's a privileged take of you to say that you voted for Donald Trump because you care about stuff like permaculture. And
That's
fucking
not why I voted for
herbalism,
Donald.
all right. That's weird, yeah,
But
because
you
you
can
said
also
that
take you can also
RFK
take what
basically
someone says
aligned
out of
himself with
context
him.
as well, and
That's
that
a
happens
very
a lot in
privileged
politics.
take.
Well,
You
you
think so?
can label it privileged if you want. I mean,
Yeah,
those words are
your
just kind of
voting
what we
rights
use
though
them, right?
aren't being threatened, are they? Like your power of your vote isn't being threatened, is it?
I think all of our voting rights are. Yeah, I
You
think
think all? How
Israel is.
so? How
Oh
so?
yeah,
How do
definitely.
you
I
identify?
think
How do
Israel
you
has way too
identify?
much influence. How do I identify?
Yeah, how do you identify?
I'm a male individual. I
You're a
don't need to
male
identify as a
individual, all right? And when you go fill out an application of
Are
any
you are
kind
you
and ask
asking
for
my
your
race?
race, which one are you
Are you
putting
asking my race?
a check mark next to?
I just didn't understand your question.
It's
Are you
okay.
asking my
Which one
race
are you
as well?
putting a check mark next to?
A Native American white man.
You're
White-ish. So
white.
like I'm kind of
Okay.
like both and both, yeah.
Okay, you're white. All right. So how
Why am I
are
white when I just said I was
your
50% Native
voting
American? That's weird.
rights, the power of your vote being threatened?
Erica, why do they run from their whiteness?
I don't think my personal
Nobody
right
wants
is.
to be white these days. I don't get it. Donald
It's
Trump is
crazy.
doing everything that he can, all right, to make y'all proud of being white, and y'all just don't want to be white. I don't get it. But
I
go
think we should
on.
be proud of being a human being. Why does it matter what your race is? When I was a Democrat, it was never about that.
Says the person who has never been
And like I
judged
said, like I just don't
because
really pay
of
attention to
their
politics that
race.
much, and so every
That
once in a
could be
while
a
I'll call
human
and say like,
reset.
because I want you guys to think about permaculture. I want you guys to think
No one
about
gives a
actual
rat's
solutions.
ass about permaculture, dude. I
Yeah,
just
I
want to
know,
let you know
because you're an
that.
ideologue.
I don't
I
know. I
know,
guess when
because
people are like
there's
dying in ICE
Republican
detention
ideologues like Matt
centers,
Walsh,
or
and you're
when
just
there's
an
a fucking
ideologue of your
war
party.
going on and people are having to choose between food and gas. I
Well, we could feed the world. I
don't know,
just told you how we
I
could do
don't
it.
know. I just don't think that people, give a fuck about where artichokes are going to be grown. Like, who cares?
Well, if you didn't cut
Seriously,
people
like,
off,
you
we
have
could
to be able
explain
to,
the myriad of benefits of them.
the myriad of benefits of artichokes. Is that like your favorite veggie or
Yeah.
something? Like, the fuck? Because what are we doing here?
Well, when you have
Because what
something
you're
that
about to do
produces
is you're
high
about to try to make
calories and you
yourself
can
feel
give you all those
better
plants not
about
being
your
utilized.
decision when we have so many bigger fish to fry here. We just have so many bigger fish, bro. We have states in the
I would agree
South
with you on that.
who
We
are
definitely have bigger fish to fry.
all right, and pretty much diluting the minority votes all across the South. Like a map that was deemed racist in 2023 is now being allowed by the Supreme Court of the United States of America to be able to go through for the midterms. All right. So Alabama, all right, they know that Alabama considered race in doing this map. And they just told us that you can't do that, but they're allowing Alabama to do it. I need that to make sense. Okay. All right. And who's going to go above the Supreme Court?
I don't know why you think I agree with that.
I don't care
I think
about you
that's terrible. I think
agreeing
that's
with
terrible.
it. I think it's something that
no
you
one
should
agrees with that.
actually
Honestly,
care about. All right. In your list of things to care about, you put permaculture like at number 2 because you said herbalism first.
Well, if you looked into permaculture for more than 10 minutes, you understand why.
Bruh.
It has the potential to feed the world.
I ain't
you
gonna
should
cap.
look into Bill Mollison and his work.
What the hell is permaculture?
So when you use like open lands he explained it earlier. He used open lands to like grow
out
food.
Of the extractive mindset that is destroying this country.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I just don't think it's a priority.
No, I actually think if you knew more about it, you'd be all for it. I actually think you'd love it.
I didn't say I was against it. I just
think
said I don't think you're listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth.
You think staunch capitalists are going to let this happen? You think anyone in the Republican Party, specifically the party you align yourself with in the 2024 election, supports this?
I'm doing it in my backyard. It's already happening.
Shout out
There's
to
a
you.
movement in millions of yards all across America right now. And you guys are talking about politics and things that have nothing to do with us when we can actually
things that have nothing to do with us? Did you just say politics have nothing to do with us? That sounds like a person speaking whose rights have never had to be legislated. That's what you sound like.
Yep, a whole bunch of privilege. Crazy. Almost as if you didn't say that 5 minutes ago.
My God, today. You sound like a person whose rights have never been legislated upon. Like they never held a vote, all right, to decide whether or not an act should be passed so that you can vote without discrimination. Like that's what you sound like. All right. It sounds like they never had to vote. They never had to vote to decide whether or not you and your partner can get married. That's what you sound like. You sound like, all right, like they never had to take a vote, all right, on, whether or not you should face discrimination in the workplace. That's what you sound like. I mean, come on. Hey, be fucking for real,
That
bro.
sounds like a straw man again.
No, it
It sounds like
doesn't. No,
another
that's what you
straw man
sound like.
argument.
No, a straw man would actually be explaining your argument poorly. That's
Explain to
not
me
what
what
I'm
a straw
doing.
man
I'm
argument is.
making an
By your terms,
observation. I
we'll
just
define it
told
by
you what
your
a
terms.
straw man argument is. All right. If you would just be quiet for a moment, then you would hear. But here we are.
Well, if you would stop
With that being
interrupting me, then
said,
you could even have a framework for that.
you're very, very privileged, bro.
Hey,
Should I just
caller,
use the
have you
same
ever
term
been
you're
called a
using? Should I
cracker?
just start calling you privileged as well? Because that's the same. That's like literally the terms you're creating.
Sure, you'd have a bad time
I
if you
don't
did,
see you
though.
as
Hey,
privileged.
have you ever been called a cracker?
I have never been called a cracker. Honestly, I have to think about that, but
That
I don't
must
think
be
so.
nice. That must be nice. Do you
You know,
think that
I think the
you may
reason
be
for that is I've hung
privileged?
out with a lot of black people in my
Do you,
life, so
do
I
you
just never
think you
had
may
the
be
issue.
privileged in that
I
regard?
don't
Because
really
not
compare
only have
myself
you
to them
never been
either.
called a cracker, but that word would have absolutely no significance or impact on your life as an
Well, it kind of
individual or
feels
as a
like you wish
collective white
I would
man.
have been called that. It feels like you wish I would have experienced racism, and that's really sad to hear that.
Why would I say that? When do those words come out of my mouth? Also, that's not racist. When do those words come out of my mouth? Never.
We could just
Wow.
replay what
It's
you just
almost as
said.
if you tried to default to being a victim again as a privileged
I
ass
never
white
said it was
man.
victim.
That part.
Crazy. It's almost as if it was like a chip activated. It was like a reflex. It's crazy.
Like I said, I hope you guys look into permaculture, though. I think that is a very progressive thing. Planting fruit trees in public parks and feeding the homeless, that's something we're actively doing in our town.
I think the farming business is gonna allow that. Oh my God. Go yes, Hector.
Does
Well, it's already
does that
happening, so I'm proving
sound
you
does
wrong.
that sound a little
I
does
even have
that
a
sound a
YouTube
little
channel.
socialist leaning to you? Does
Yeah,
that
it
sound
does.
socialist?
It does. It really
Wow.
does.
Probably because I used to be a socialist.
Yeah.
So I do understand some of the benefits of socialism,
Used to
yes, but I
be.
also see the
Fascinating.
Used to be a
dangers as well.
socialist. Why are you not a socialist anymore?
That's a very complicated question. I couldn't really give you a quick answer on that, but
It's really not.
It's not a
I kind of saw it
complicated
was,
question.
okay, can I give you a simple answer then? I'm trying to get away from isms. I think fascism is bad. I think socialism is bad. And I'm starting to learn the more I work with my hands and the more I work with the earth, the more I don't really care about politics. And yeah, I voted for Trump. It kind of sucks that I didn't get what I wanted. But at the end of the day, it does not fucking matter. It doesn't affect my life that fucking much. Just like it does not affect your life that fucking much. It's all dramatization. It's all fear.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, guys. Please. Okay. I'm going to do the thing. I have to do the thing. I have to.
Do the thing.
I'm going to do the thing. I am. All right. Pay attention to your screens. There's that. And please take care of Hector and Simhar, because I swear to God. So you don't quite understand how these things actually work. You said you're in your 30s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I get it. You want to be off the grid. We get that. All right. You want to be off the grid. It's still going to take money for that. So you're still going to participate in capitalism. All right. So you're still going to be a part of an ism. All right. Also, additionally, again, I have to reiterate to you that your rights as a white man in this society have never been voted upon. All right. They've always been given to you, and they literally call them your God-given rights is what they do. All right. However, for a person like me, the intersectionality that I have, that I possess as not just a Black person in the United States of America, but also as a woman in the United States of America, all right, my rights, my civil liberties can be taken away at the stroke of a pen. All right. As a Black person, all right, I had to be given, all right, like they had to recognize my citizenship with the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment. You understand that, right?
I'm aware of what's going on with the 14th Amendment right now.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
And
So
I'm
if we
concerned
stick,
about it as
no, if
well.
we just hold on one
I
moment.
think you're misunderstanding me in that way, because
How am I
I think it's a
misunderstanding
bad
you?
thing. Because the 14th Amendment is important. We need to keep that. And if the Republicans get a majority, in the next election, then they're going to take that away. And that's what you guys are concerned about. That's a reasonable concern.
It's not even that, because
Yeah,
there's
I'm
also
not
the
on their
19th
side.
Amendment too. You know, the 19th Amendment that gives women, you know, the right to vote. They don't want women voting. We have numerous conservative ideologues, all right, in the church saying that a husband should be the one voting for their wife, for their family. So we only need one vote, one family, one vote. They want to take that away. They're trying to pass legislation to do that too with the SAVE Act. Do you know how, like, they want your current ID to match your birth certificate? That's what they want. And that's going to affect 90% of married women. Right? We have to recognize that. Like, they're doing things subtly in order to take away the rights that we hold dear. And then the Voting Rights Act, okay, so that I wouldn't be discriminated against in the voting process, right? That is being gutted right before our eyes too. Because here's the thing, again, you as a white man, your rights, your civil liberties have never been legislated against. Do you understand that?
Yeah, and I'm trying to. I get what you're saying. You know, I'm not like your typical person you're arguing with either.
I don't know what that means.
Haven't heard that one
Most
before.
of the MAGA people you're talking with are probably doubling down on the Zionism and all the other horrible things they're doing.
Okay, so do you want a cookie?
No, I just think we should have conversations.
We are having a
when you don't have a
conversation.
conversation, that's when a civil war happens, right? So I think we should continue to have conversations.
We are having a
honestly, for one,
conversation.
I don't put you in a camp because you're on the left. I would, if you needed help, I would help you. Like, it's not a left or right thing for me. It never has been.
You called into a political live with this bullshit.
Could you repeat what you said? I didn't hear it. I think I had some bad service.
Nah, you good, G.
Hey, Solid. Hi, Solid.
Hey, what's going on?
He used to be a
Yeah.
socialist. Now he's not a socialist. And then, like, he voted for Donald Trump because of permaculture and herbalism. And then he said he's trying to get rid of all of the isms.
I don't think that's what I said. That's fine.
And
That's
then
fair.
it was something about C19,
Fair.
but we don't do that over here. And it's been a ride. We've been on a ride.
Yeah. So I was a junior political analyst at USDA in 2019. I worked with the Office of Congressional Relations at the time. The Secretary of Agriculture was Sonny Perdue of Perdue Chicken. This is a Trump appointee. He's the chicken guy. He's the guy responsible for making the agriculture rules. And he skewed several things in his direction. For example, he repealed the roadless rule to feed transportation, encroaching on indigenous lands. He wrote some really flimsy. What's the name of the organic farming rules? He wrote some really flimsy organic farming rules that would allow large corporations to encroach on the organic farming sector. So like when we talk about like putting plants on highways, you know what I mean? It simply does not line the pockets of this administration, and it simply does it. There's too much motivation for profit getting in the way of anything that would be helpful for society. Everything else that Erica has said, I second. I just think that it's a little important to have some insider, an insider viewpoint.
Caller, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Okay. All right. The floor is yours. You can respond.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you're basically
Chat,
saying is
stream,
it's
do the
probably,
good things.
planting plants on the side of highways is probably not going to happen, and I would agree with you. I'm just saying
Thank you so
we got to
much,
be the
Valerie,
people
for
that
Leon the kitten.
make it happen.
Guys,
And
if y'all want to
I
get
don't
rid of
think that's a
him,
bad thing.
do
I
the
don't think
things.
having conversations
Valerie,
like that is
fucking
a bad
awesome.
thing.
Guys, 10K for Simhar, 5K for Hector,
It's
and
really the
Solid
idea
Peace,
that needs
so we can
to spread, and that's all I'm
this
trying
guy.
to do.
Come on. Artichokes, guys, artichokes. Will someone think of the artichokes? All right, but in a capitalistic society like the one in which we live in, like the farming industry would never allow that, because how would they be able to make a profit from it?
I think in a capitalistic society, I think there is competition. And if you have a good product, you have a good product. If you don't have a good product, you better improve your product.
What do you mean?
And that's how the
How
country's
does
always
that
been.
apply to permaculture though? Because you said to feed growing plants to feed the homeless.
You just said that
So how are they going to make a profit from that though? We just put trees.
Okay, I get that.
Okay.
But this would be more of like a city hall thing, like to feed the homeless. It would be more of like a government thing. It would be more public land management type thing. It wouldn't be a commercial thing.
Valerie.
Does
Shout
that
out
make
to
sense?
Valerie. Go on, we're listening.
Just real quick, I'm so sorry. What would the socialist stance on that response be?
What would the socialist stance on that response be? I think socialists would be for it. I think because it's free, right? So they would like it.
Okay, so he's never.
I think everybody would like it. I
never
don't
been a
think
socialist.
Republicans would be against it. To be honest, I've talked to conservatives, and they're on board in my town for this idea.
I'm starting
as well, so.
I'm starting to
it's a
feel like I
political thing. I think it's
artichoke
a-
this guy.
I wish I had a laugh track. That was funny. Yeah, that was a good one. I artichoke.
Thanks for letting me up.
No, don't go, Solid. No.
Oh, I have to go back to work.
You got to go back to your black job. All right, have fun. All right, guys, say bye to Solid. Bye, Solid. Okay. Again, what it is that I'm trying to get across to you is that's when we say pragmatism in this situation would be looking at pretty much the pros and the cons, looking at both sides and then coming to a logical conclusion. All right. So you can see both sides, but then at the end of the day, which one is actually going to work the best? All right. And if we leave it up to the government, all right, then really, you think so? You really thought that was going to happen under a Trump administration when he's done nothing but enrich himself? Because what has he done for Americans thus far? Even in his first term, what did he do for Americans?
Local idea. You don't need Trump's permission. I don't understand why you're thinking so global. Okay, maybe I need to re-explain the whole thing, because it's just this is not a national issue. This is just something you can talk to your city council, and you can get this done on a local basis. It's not.
Yeah, but we're talking national politics, though, bro. And so when I did ask you, hold on one moment. When I did ask you the question, right, about why was it that you had your support behind Trump, right? What you said was it was because of Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the MAGA coalition, and all that jazz you said. And you mentioned herbalism and permaculture, and you mentioned the highways and using the land by the highways, all right, to grow artichokes. That's what you said.
Not just artichokes, but yeah, black currant would be another one. I just don't think that you would. I don't want to blow your mind about adding 200 different plants. I just wanted to bring up one plant, but I think there's a lot of things you could do. Yeah.
Okay, so do you understand why we mention Donald Trump and we talk about this on a national level? You do understand that, though, right?
Yeah, I do get what you guys are trying to make it a whole national thing. I get that, but
because it is a whole national thing.
Well, local affects the national. I think we change every single town, that's going to have more of an effect. And ideologues tend to think nationally. When you're an ideologue on the left or the right, it's you're not thinking about local towns.
That's not true. The things are not mutually exclusive
that is your
in
job
it, but we're just trying to track your conversation, what you're doing here. So again, here's the thing, right? I think what's happening is that we're missing something here, and part that we're missing, all right, is the corporation part of it. That's the part that we're actually missing here. Okay, so a local community planting some, some trees, some fruit trees or whatever, all right, in a park, all right, they're going to have to deal with the liability of that, because what if someone eats a fruit and it's rotten and they get sick? So there's a liability from it. You think about all of the positives, but it doesn't seem that you thought about maybe any of the negatives of it and how it will work on a larger
I
scale.
can see how you're framing it that way. Like the way you're framing it, if I was
No,
somebody
the
who
same
didn't
reason why people can't give food to the homeless, bro. This is why you can't give cooked food to the homeless. Because if you give cooked food to the homeless and they become sick, that's a liability.
Yeah, I get that. It's also like just making the park look beautiful too. Our parks look like shit, and it's like we could do more. We could beautify this world.
Hector, I want to be this privileged when I grow up. I want to be this privileged. I want to be like this privileged, all right, to, if I may put my toe on my soapbox, to, like say, hey, fuck kids eating, let's do permaculture. All right. I want to be able to be like, fuck harm to people. All right. Let's plant some artichokes and shit. That's what I want to be able to say.
Everything he's saying is shit you can do right now. Hey, do you have neighbors?
Do I have neighbors?
Yeah.
They're pretty far from me, yeah, but I do. We have a lot of acreage.
When's the last time you talked to your neighbors?
All the time.
Word?
Community is important.
Very important. I agree. So y'all planting gardens and artichokes and shit?
Yes.
Word? And are you expanding your reach to the other people around
Yeah.
y'all? Are your neighbors talking to their neighbors?
I would say so, yeah. Why is
Bam,
that so crazy?
permaculture, just like that. Boom, shagalaga. You can do that shit right in your neighborhood. Sounds like you're allegedly already doing it right now. Congratulations, you have found a solution to the problem. You can start an entire profile and account that you can advocate for this for other people to do in other communities and go and talk to their neighbors, even though majority of us are like pile up in apartments above and below each other, but whatever. You can talk to them too, and they can go start their permaculture shit. Bam, problem solved. We can get community gardening in that shit. The government can never have anything to do with that, because then it gets legislated to hell and it defeats the fucking purpose, because they have to consider, as Erica mentioned, liabilities. Because we plant this garden and anything happens, this lawsuit, this issue, that issue, bam, no point of it anymore. This is a political conversation where we're talking about political people, political parties, and what the government is doing to negatively or positively impact Americans. Everything else you saying about this shit don't make no sense, and it really falls on deaf ears when you voted for fucking Trump, the complete antithesis. That's the wrong word. Opposite of every fucking thing that you're advocating for.
A lot of people voted for Trump.
I'm aware of the 77 other million people that are fucking moronic. No problem with that.
Yeah,
what you talking about, though, is separate from the government.
Really? Carly, do you want someone to tell you that that it's okay now? I just really want to know. Do you want someone to tell you that it's okay to tell you that, your vote wasn't wrong? Is that what you want?
No, I really don't care about that.
You don't care about that?
I just want to have an interesting conversation, and we definitely had that.
I'm not going to be honest. You don't make any sense. Also, one moment. I have to do a brief commercial break. I'm going to place you on a brief hold, okay? All right. Thank you. You may hear hold music. Hey, yo, chat, the fuck we got going on here? I understand. Thank God he hung up. I understand y'all might be at work. All right, I get it. But it's 723 people in here, and there's absolutely no reason why I'm getting the puzzle piece. The puzzle piece means that there's inactivity. I don't like inactivity. All right, so I'm going to need you all to tap that screen, okay? All right, tap it. All right. As Hector would say, tap it like your orgasm depended on it. Okay. All right. Thank you very, very much. All right. Keep doing all of the good things. Also, thank God, artichoke is gone. Whoa. So, hey, Hector, is it a part of the job where we have to engage in like just any type of conversation? Is that just a part of the job? Whoa.
Apparently.
Whoa. Okay, because again, I don't think that is a bad deal, like a bad idea. I said that I don't think that is a bad idea. It's just, it's not at the top of the priority list, especially when we have so much on the line. You know what I mean? It's not something that I just can give a damn about right now. Doesn't mean that I think that like, oh, we shouldn't do it. All right. I just don't give a fuck about it right now. Okay. I really don't. Like when we have like Donald Trump and his administration selling off public land. Okay, they're literally selling off public land to private corporations to do God knows what with. All right, when they're allowing coal companies, when we should really be focusing on like nuclear energy. All right, so cleaner energy, but Donald Trump is letting coal companies, dump their fucking waste in rivers. I don't give a. I'm sorry, permaculture just isn't my thing right now. It just isn't. It just
But
isn't.
here's the thing. We're already doing that. People are already doing that. There are two separate conversations. Also, if we want to talk about nuclear energy, because I hear a bunch of Republicans talking about that, but they don't talk about the investments into nuclear energy, whether domestic or abroad, due to the Inflation Reduction Act.
Nope. Because they don't care. They don't care. They don't really care. They just say stuff that they hope that hopefully sounds good. Thompson, I used to be a socialist. No, you didn't. No, I used to be a socialist type. No fucking person that was a socialist is going back to being a darn going, what do you call those people? A fucking capitalist and friggin' conservative. Like, bro, hey, Hector, I ain't gonna kid you. That's why I always say they are always going to choose their whiteness over anything else. Over anything else, that's exactly what they're going to do. With that being said, all right, shout out to Mr. Melvin for the 5. Mr. Melvin sent a $5 super chat and said, let me see here. Caller has never had to recite their resume constantly just to be considered a fully functioning human being. That part. All right. Caller, hold one moment, please. Thank you. We're doing a commercial break. All right. That is true. That is true because we always have to recite like our accolades and shit. All right. For people to take us seriously. That's why I don't give a fuck. You gonna listen or you ain't. I don't care. Shout out to y'all though. Shout out to y'all. Like for real. Also, Mr. Melvin sent a $5 super chat and said, no, Erica, don't speak in hyperbole. Keep it straight. No chaser. We are trying to save the 13th and 14th Amendment so that we can still be considered humans. That is very, very fucking true, Mr. Melvin.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm sorry. Having to cite my accolades to people who voted for the most incompetent and unqualified administration ever is dead. I'm done doing it.
That part. They were like, where you go to school? None of your fucking business. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Why? Fuck you. I don't care.
Call from
Bobby from Raleigh.
Hey, Bobby from Raleigh. Hold one moment, please. There's someone in front of you. Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, caller. Thank you for holding. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Okay. For TikTok purposes, how old are you?
35.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Okay. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because Trump gets people riled up.
Oh, you like the excitement.
Trump, I love the excitement. It makes me pleased.
Mm-hmm.
Just tickles my little feathers.
It just tickles your feathers? Okay. All right. Best answer ever. I just want to let you know that. All right. It was prolific.
You're welcome.
It was fantastic. It was provocative too. Oh my gosh.
It's because it's scribble. It triggers liberals. That's why.
Gotta trigger the libs, right?
And
right.
Trump's not afraid to say anything.
Mm-hmm. He's
Trump's
not afraid to say anything. I know that's right.
Trump doesn't care what the polls say, and Trump doesn't care how much the fake news lies.
Okay,
So,
all right. Yes, I know you love being a fan. Mm-hmm. You're a fan. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You got a bumper sticker? You got a jersey?
Oh, no, I don't put stuff like that on my car.
What about a hat?
the resale value to be a little bit better.
What about the hat? You got a hat? You got a T-shirt?
I sure do wear a hat.
You do?
And I love the
Does it
looks when
say?
I'm walking through
Does it say Trump's my
Costco.
daddy?
Oh my God, people just
Yeah, it says
give me
Trump's my
that evil
daddy.
eye, and I enjoy
What it
it.
tastes like? Do it taste like hot Cheetos, or do it taste like the jalapeno flavor, or is it just a regular old cheddar cheese? What it tastes like?
I've never been able to nibble
What
on
it
them
tastes?
yet,
You
so
never
I
been
don't
able to
know.
nibble?
But
You
if
want
I
to
do,
though?
I'll
You
let you
want to?
know.
You want to? You want to?
I
You
don't.
want some of that diaper booty?
I just like to
You want some of
nibble
that
on
diaper duty?
his policies,
Yeah, I
but
know. Okay, all
yeah.
right. You take care. Keep being a sycophant, all right? And please get
Oh yeah,
Trump's
if there's
boot out of
something
your
you want
throat.
to talk.
There we go. Thank you. Hi, caller. Thank you so much for holding. All right. Are you a Trump supporter?
Hell no.
No? Oh, okay. We're only looking for people that support Trump.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just I'll keep sending my text, but yeah. And I'm new to the show.
Okay.
And these Trump supporters are stupid.
They are. That's a
they
very
don't know
astute observation. Not smart at all. At
No.
all.
And that's Trump's favorite words, stupid people, stupid people. He needs to be looking in the mirror when he says it.
He sure do. He do. Yeah. But thank you so much. Was it Bill from Raleigh or Bob? I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Bobby from Raleigh.
Bobby from Raleigh. Well, Bobby from Raleigh, thank you so much for calling in. Friend, make sure you subscribe, hang around, stick around. It's a lot of fun here. And I hope you have a great day.
Thanks. You do the same, sister.
Thanks. Bye. Awesome. Drop some hearts in the chat from Bobby from Raleigh. All right. Drop those hearts in the chat. And, let's keep doing all the good things, guys. All right. Keep tapping that screen, sharing the live. All right. Take care of Hector while he's here. All right. And if you'd like to support me, support the stream. All right. Actually, support us. All right. Our links are in the bio. All right. Links are in the bio. And yeah, let's do all of the good things. I thought I let this person up, but they didn't load. Oh my God. We're off the hook.
Call from
Alberto.
Oh.
To accept, press 1.
I'm
To
pressing
send a
all the wrong
voicemail,
buttons.
Press 2.
Hi, Alberto. Are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
Okay. And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I'm 39.
Okay. And why are you still supporting Trump?
I am supporting Trump because I feel he holds the values of the United States in the best way possible. And I think that he is for America. That is the reason why I support Trump. I also feel that he is the first president to do as much for Black people as he has.
Erica, they say the live is lagging like hell. It's not for me, or it may not be for people on the panel, but they're saying it's lagging down the chat.
Oh, it shows that it's doing well on my end. How do I do? Is there a way for me to refresh it over here?
Not really, honestly. But there's somebody saying no lag for them, so it could be a TikTok
Yeah,
glitch.
literally.
It's
Just
out of your
listening
control.
to this voice, this is the reason why I support Trump. People like this guy on the other line, and you as well. Reason why I support Trump is because I have a son.
Nigga, what the fuck
who
did I do? I wasn't even talking to you.
I do not.
Hey, bro,
want
I wasn't
this
even talking
gay
to you. What'd I
agenda
do?
pushed to my kid. I don't want this.
What'd
gay
I
agenda
do?
pushed to my
Nigga, I'm
kid.
straight. What
Just
did
the
I
way
do?
that- Just the way
Hey,
that this
what did
guy
I
is
do?
reacting
What did I do?
lets
What
me
did
know
I just say that
Trump
bothered you?
pisses off liberals.
What did I just say that bothered
and
you?
That's why I love Trump.
What did I just say
At the
that
end of the
bothered
day,
you?
I don't want homosexuality taught in schools.
Nigga, I'm straight.
I don't want women. I don't want men in women's sports.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
And
Hey, bro.
yeah,
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
that's all
I
right.
was here
Am I
minding my
not
business,
being heard
doing my due
anymore? Am I
diligence,
arguing?
being a good
Am I able
mod,
to state
making
why
the host
I
aware of a
support Trump or
situation,
not?
and I caught a
Am
fucking
I able to
stray.
support
So I
Trump
want
or
you to
not?
tell me what the
Just the
fuck did
reason
I
why
say
I
that
support
made
Trump
you
is
not
because
vote
of
for
how you
Democrats?
speak.
What's
The
happening?
only thing,
I'm
the
so
only
Because
confused
of
thing
how
that
I
made me,
speak?
the
I
only
almost
How do
feel
I
like
sound,
what,
fixing
sir?
this
look,
right
your
now.
voice
Be
is
honest
what
with
made
y'all.
me
How
support
do I
Trump.
sound, sir?
Your voice. You sound
My voice. What's wrong with my voice?
you sound like a homosexual liberal.
I sound like a homosexual? This voice sounds like a homosexual? Nigga, you sound like you didn't graduate from 4th grade.
Why did he
Which
leave?
one's worse?
Did he leave?
Which
He
one's fucking
hung
worse?
up. Not the skedaddle. What just happened?
They went skedaddle. You know
What
the word
was
skedaddle?
that?
It means skedaddle. Somebody said
What
skedaddle.
was that?
Fuck?
The fudgesicles.
I'd rather sound
Send hers
flamboyant than
back. Hey.
stupid.
What just happened? I thought we was about to have a conversation. All Hector did was tell me that the line was lagging, and we just went completely left. I'm gonna have to say it. You know, the Negro was too stunned to speak. I was like, "What's happening? What are we doing?" I'm lying. I was looking for Donnie Thornberry. I wanted to do some yabba yabba goo goo. I had a whole job. I was trying to find my damn sound because I'm tired of saying trans people. Like I'm tired of doing that myself. So I was like, "Where is Donnie?"
Call from.
Motherfuckers are closeted.
They are. Break that. Like break down the closet doors.
Voicemail.
Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Okay. And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
35.
Okay. All right. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Because Donald Trump is making America great again.
Okay. What does that mean? Like, please expound.
Donald Trump is taking care of radical Islam by stifling their ideology, stopping their murderous dictator ways, stopping Hezbollah and Hamas from receiving weapons and missiles that they continuously shoot into Israel.
What that got to do with America? What that got to do with the United States?
Iran threatens to send a nuclear ballistic missile to the United States.
When did they do that, sir?
They threatened to.
When did they threaten to do that? When?
Just recently, Iran shot a ballistic missile clear into Saudi Arabia, and the world didn't know.
That's not the United States of America, though.
So it's only a matter of time before they make
not the United States of America.
It sure is.
No, it's not. That's Saudi Arabia. I need you to like.
Time, they will make a weapon that can go clear to the United States.
So how long have they been working on said weapon?
How long has Iran been working on?
Yeah, how long have they been working on the weapon?
China and Russia.
I'm so sorry. It's like you've been asked like direct questions, and you do not have the ability to actually answer these direct questions. I said, how long have they been working on them? Give me a number.
Am I a CIA analyst?
How long? You said, hold on one moment. You said that they threatened the United States of America, is what you said. And then when I ask you how and when, you talk about Saudi Arabia. That's not the U.S. All right. Then you say that they are working on a nuclear weapon. And I ask you for how long, and what you said out of your mouth was not a year. You did not give me a number. You gave me more bullshit. Stop giving me bullshit and actually answer the questions. If you're going to call them a threat, then by all means, sir, then you're going to have to tell us how they were a fucking threat.
Tanisha, calm down, Tanisha.
That's what you need to do, dickhead. Calm the fuck down and read a fucking book is what you need to do. Read a fucking book. I hate you people. You fucking idiot. Just stupid. Stupid for no reason whatsoever. Jesus friggin' Christ. All I did is ask you for a year. That's it. How long? How long? How long? You can't answer that question. Because they fucking haven't been doing it. That's why.
Call from
Hollywood, Florida.
Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Okay. And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
40.
Okay. And why are you still supporting Trump?
I feel as if the private sector of the capitalistic industry is thriving as much as it was in any previous presidency.
Did you just say that you think that capitalism is thriving under Donald Trump?
Yeah, the private sector.
Thank you for having me on also.
Okay. All right. Okay. I want to let you know something. I'm not a fan of capitalism. All right. I don't think it's actually a system that benefits any of us because of the exploitation that's provided, that's like required, I should say, in order for it to sustain. So I'm not a fan of it. So why are you up here cheerleading capitalism? Like, what are the factors that you're looking at?
I'm not cheerleading. I share the same indifferent, I guess, point of view.
I'm not
you
indifferent to
share,
capitalism.
but you partake in the system, so you even though
Yeah, I don't
you
have a
don't agree
choice
with
but
it.
to partake into it, but I don't agree with it. So I'm not indifferent to it.
So you just
Indifferent
don't
would be
agree
not
with
having
it.
an opinion on it.
So you just don't like it, or you don't agree with it.
I don't like it. I don't like
Oh,
capitalism.
okay.
And I just told you
Well,
why.
like I say, well, I apologize for interrupting you, but yeah, I don't like capitalism either. We're just a part of the system, unfortunately. But why is right? You know that, right?
What did you say? You just said white is right?
Why is right?
You can just say white. What are we doing
Yeah,
here?
white.
What point is it that
White,
you're trying to get across, sir?
No, I was just saying white is right. So
Okay, what point is it that you're trying to get across? I want to understand.
oh, that's with the whole capitalism and Trump support and things.
What?
What do you mean? I know it's a weird conversation because you have people calling in, but it's just an explanation of why I feel like the capitalistic system under Trump's presidency is thriving in the private sector.
Okay, and I that's what I was trying to understand. Like, when you say that, right? What is it that you exactly mean? What factors are you looking at? Like, are you looking at the
Right.
GDP? Are you looking at the stock market? Are you looking at the unemployment rate? Are you looking at like what is it that you're looking at? I don't want to have to form your argument for you.
No, so when I say private sector, meaning the jobs that most black people are holding isn't because of the Democratic Party. It's only because Trump has brought back the real, like I said, you don't like the system capitalism. So he's bringing back the founding system that created the wealth in the American society. So it's thriving for the white people. White is right. And it's also thriving for the disenfranchised black people who don't identify with the struggle or the plight of the black man. But like I say, thank you for having me though.
Did you just say the disenfranchised black people who don't identify with the struggle?
Yeah, you know how
That
Trump
doesn't
tell
make any
you.
sense, what you just said.
Well, you know how Trump say, pull yourself up by your bootstrap and get to work.
Yeah, if you pull yourself up by your bootstraps, you'll fall flat on your ass. Go ahead, try it right
I ain't
now.
heard that one. No, I'm saying I ain't heard that one before.
It's physically impossible. You'll fall flat on your ass. And if you want to speak like figuratively, okay, like black people are really the only demographic of people who have, in essence, pulled themselves up by the bootstraps here in the United States of America. But you talk about jobs and stuff, right? But the thing is that we know that the black unemployment rate is almost double that of the national unemployment rate. All right. So where are these black jobs?
In what sector? In what sector?
This is nationally, sir. What do you mean in what sector? This is nationally.
All right. So where did those national numbers come from? Like
the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
And who controls that? That's in the public. I mean, I'm asking. So that's in the public sector, right?
The Bureau of Labor Statistics, sir, is a government agency, all right, that tracks, all right, labor trends across the nation. That's what the BLS does.
All right, they do that for the private sector or the public sector?
For both, sir, because both play a part in unemployment rates, right?
No, I'm only asking because I don't know. That's why I asked that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be condescending or make you upset. I know you. Like I
I
said,
don't
you have
know.
a lot of
I
people.
got a problem. I think I need to take a step back myself, because it's like, it's some things that I think that we all know, but then at the same time, no. So I'm gonna take a step back. So yeah, the BLS is what tracks, again, employment trends across the country is what they do. So that's why they're important, because they let us know if we're actually having a uptick or a downswing in the job markets. And so that we could, so that basically not only can we as citizens, all right, know what's going on, but also companies can know how to plan too.
Okay. Like I say, I appreciate that insight because I didn't know how that worked as far as how they get those numbers or what calculates those numbers.
Yeah, they do seasonal and non-seasonal jobs. They track it all.
But so can I ask you a question? Do you think the economy isn't at its best during this presidency term?
Absolutely not. No, the economy is not at its best. Inflation is now at 3.8%. That's not good. We're headed upwards.
So some of us are looking at the wrong numbers. Then.
What numbers are you looking at?
Like I say, in the private sector, it seems to be thriving. Like jobs are still continuing operation. The housing market hasn't completely crashed yet.
People still can't afford to buy homes, though. What are we talking about? Hey,
Well,
Trump hasn't made
people-
housing affordable. He hasn't done that.
But
The average price of a home is still about $450,000. So that's still a lot of money.
Well, you know that's why it's unobtainable, because they're trying to lock out the people who possibly can afford these homes and create some kind of generational wealth. They don't want the majority of the population to be able to have sustainable income.
So,
but
did you actually vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
You did vote for him?
Yeah, he was the better choice of the lesser evil.
The better choice of the lesser evils?
Yeah.
How was Kamala Harris evil, sir?
How was Kamala Harris evil?
It's easy, I promise. It's Kamala.
Kamala.
It's real easy. Kamala. Or you can just say Harris. It's cool.
Okay, Miss Harris. Like I say, she just as a Democratic supporter for the past 15 years, and nothing has changed for the black people as far as what they say they're doing for the black people, other than government assistance and any other.
Getting more black people small business loans during the Biden administration, the most in over a 30-year time frame. That's that welfare you talking about? That's the welfare?
No.
I was just wondering, because that's something that they did, like giving that $17 billion to historically black colleges and universities. That's that welfare? That's the welfare?
Are you a college graduate?
Is that the welfare? I just need you to answer the question.
No. Are you a college graduate?
Yeah, I got 7 degrees.
So were you able to benefit from any of those assistance programs that the Democratic Party provided?
Every last one of them.
So you're not in debt with education?
Nah, my student loans got forgiven under Joe Biden.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's crazy, white. Crazy.
I
don't know why I said white. I was looking at the thing.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
No,
white.
seriously, can we okay, I really want to be serious though. Seriously, like for real. Okay, I need you to hear me though. Like for real, we're gonna talk about what's going on right now. right? Like for real. Like seriously. All right. You're in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in Florida. You know that the 29th of last month, they passed a new map, a redistricting map down in Florida. Okay. That cut up and carved up some neighborhoods, predominantly minority neighborhoods, such as Black neighborhoods. All right. And they took those neighborhoods and they put them into different districts. Right. Do you understand what that did when it comes to their voting power?
Yeah, it kind of manipulated the system where they kind of control who votes and what side the votes go to.
Yeah. So they diluted their vote. Exactly. You got it. Right. You
Yeah,
got
no, I
it.
mean,
So like, do you think that that is something that like the power of the Black vote in Florida, do you think that's something that would have been diminished under, let's say, like if Kamala were president, or if even, let's say, we had Democrats controlling the state of Florida?
well, that would have been hard because Florida is majority Republican.
No, I'm asking you. I said if. It's for you, it's to give you something to think about. If. So if
No,
Kamala were
it probably
president,
it probably would have swung the vote to the Democratic Party. But like I say, Florida's majority Republican.
no, you're right. The state is majority Republican, all right? And that's why they split the districts in the way that they did, all right? So that the Democratic voting power has been diminished, all right? So that it can stay Republican, all right? But you, as a Black person, right? Okay, is if you cared, all right, your voting power. Okay, think of it in the inverse. Maybe I don't know how to get you to understand this. Think about it in the inverse. Think if the Democrats were doing this, right, and they were making the Republican vote less powerful. Would you be okay with that?
Well, it all depends on who I was voting for at that
Yeah,
time.
it
Because,
don't
like I said,
matter
I
why he thinks
previously
Kamala
was
is
of the
evil.
Democratic
Kamala Harris
Party.
is not running for
So,
president.
as
We have bigger fish to
I
fry.
guess because
Lock the
I didn't
fuck in,
benefit
chat.
from
What are we doing? The
the
fuck?
incentives that the Democratic Party provided, I ran away from the Democratic Party.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So
I only voted Republican to see if it would change anything, but as they
did it?
taught us in high school, that it didn't change or it won't change anything.
What you mean you only voted Republican to see if it would change anything?
Hey, how you doing? You that guy that got into that squabble with that guy who he didn't even know what you was talking about?
He ain't like my voice or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you understood that, right? I voted Republican to see if anything would change, even though I'm just one person. My vote isn't going to change anything in the overall grand scheme of things.
So you fucked around and found out. That's what I'm hearing. You said we gonna try something different because Democrats or Black people have been voting Democrat for 60 years or whatever. So you said I'm gonna vote Republican just because, just for shits and giggles, for the vibes.
I mean, not just for the vibes. Like I told the young lady earlier, I felt like Trump was the better choice of the lesser evil, and I also was under the capitalistic impression that in the private sector, as long as the money is flowing, all the other problems are just like not our problems.
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were staunch capitalists.
Huh?
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were capitalists. Verbatim, their own words. I'm a capitalist. I support capitalism. So that was not a threat. There was only more restrictions on capitalism and its harmful measures via some tax reform and incentives or protections for the working class, specifically in the middle. Kamala Harris presented a $50,000 tax credit for first-time business owners, which was 10 times the amount that we currently had on the books And I'm not sure what exactly Donald Trump presented, but I know it's more than that too. That incentivizes black labor, black businesses, which can then create generational wealth, which can then help them not rely on what you said, the quote unquote welfare programs. It's black people lifting themselves up by the bootstraps, being able to slightly benefit from the same tax breaks and benefits that the corporations have been getting for decades now, and moving on a path to more capital in the community. That was a better plan, much better plan than Donald Trump's nothing. That's what he's given us. Nothing. As Erica mentioned, inflation, 3.8%, on the way up to 4%. Average price of gas, gone up substantially. They're now proposing cutting the federal and some state taxes, the gas tax, which still would not bring gas prices down to what it was before Donald Trump started a war in Iran.
That part.
Your energy costs have gone up to, I believe, 6% average, but 15%, 20% in certain locations because of not only the ramping up of AI, but because of the war and everything else. Your food costs are up. Stock market is doing great in many metrics, but the stock market isn't something that the average American is benefiting from, at least not to the degree of Donald Trump and his rich friends, who's increased his wealth and the wealth of his family by about $4 billion so far.
Bruh.
I don't see how this change, this different economy, this different America is in any way, shape, or form beneficial to the average American, much less a Negro. So I'm a little confused at how you saw by all those metrics I just gave you, and Erica's been telling you, how that is quote unquote less evil.
Well, like I said, I agree with your sentiment, and the young lady also being misinformed.
Nothing I said was a sentiment. I'm sorry. That's a trigger for me. Nothing I said was a sentiment. That was all data. Those are all numbers. That is not a sentiment. It's not a feeling. That is facts. That is our economy. That is our numbers, our labor, everything. This is what's happening. This is what's been affecting us.
Right. Well, not the word sentiment, but everything you presented as fact is the reason, or we've been misguided with the wrong information, and that's why majority of the black people who should be considerably Democratic voted Republican to see if it would change because of what we've been told about the Democratic Party.
That is grossly incorrect. 85% of black people voted Democrat in the last election. It's been very consistent over the past, again, 60 years.
So
Republicans saw an increase of the black vote predominantly with men, and they were able to get 22%. Women, 8%. Which is not surprising because women in the country right now, specifically black women, are the most highly educated demographic in the country.
So majority Democratic votes were African American?
No, the majority of African Americans voted Democrat.
And they still lost?
Yes, because we are a minority population. The white vote and the Latino men's vote shifted heavily to Trump. We cannot compete with their numbers, particularly because of the Electoral College. Take the Electoral College away, Kamala Harris only lost by 1.6% of the vote. And which is extremely impressive considering she only had 107 days to get 75 million votes.
And you're also a college graduate?
Yeah, I graduated from the School of Hard Knocks. I took night classes.
Oh, no, I was just trying to see if you benefited from the Democratic incentives with the college assistance, financial aid, and free money also.
I benefit from Democrats by being able to be an American citizen per my birthright, being born here from immigrant parents. I benefit from the Democrats under Democratic administrations by not being able to be thrown in the back of a truck by mass vigilantes and put in detention centers for weeks at a time with no food, no medical care, no nothing. I benefit from the Democrats via tax policies that overwhelmingly benefit me versus the 1%. Yeah, all those tracks.
So based on the information provided, also from the young lady, you saying majority of the black people who voted Republican have been bamboozled and brainwashed into thinking that the Republican was the party for us?
1,000%.
That you got it. You got it. You
Well, like
fucking
I say,
got it.
I appreciate y'all time. I know y'all deal with a lot of crazy callers, so I appreciate it.
Are you voting in the midterms?
Nope. But I might have to, though, after talking to you.
You know what?
You need to vote.
I'll take it.
You gotta
I'll
vote.
take it.
Nope. You gotta vote. You have to vote. This is
I know that's what I
extremely
say.
consequential.
I might have to start back reading, looking at information provided.
Do you like? Seriously? I'm gonna ask every single black man that I come across this question. Do you like walking down the sidewalk, all right, and a white man, all right, not telling you don't look me in the eye, boy? Do you like that?
My grandma was white, so she used to call me nigga when I was a kid. So I don't understand that question. Not to be disrespectful.
Do you want to go back to a time where white people could just simply drag you out of your house, all right, and murder you, all right, and your family
Man, so
never see a time of justice?
Y'all think that's what the Republican Party trying to do?
This is Reconstruction. This ain't even Jim Crow. This is Reconstruction.
Right. So you trying to say they taking it back to the 1940s?
No, baby. No. We're taking this back to before 1865. Okay? We're talking about Reconstruction. All right? With Reconstruction, that was after the Civil War. All right, where there was upward mobility and black prosperity. Our literacy rate increased by over 50% during Reconstruction. Over 50%. All right, we were going to school. We were getting involved in local, state, and federal politics. Right? We were doing all of those things. All of those things. And because they did not like black progression, okay, keeping it extremely simple, they put in, all right, the pigeon laws, vagrancy laws, the black codes, all right, told us that loitering, all right, is illegal. Just standing outside is illegal. If it was more than 3 black people together, it was considered a gang. You could be arrested. It was the start of the prison industrial complex, all right? They told us that we were free, but then they put an amendment on the books that said that you're free unless you commit a crime. Unless you commit a crime, you can still you can be enslaved. This is keeping it simple. Do you want to go back to a time such as that?
I mean, I don't want to go to war with the white people. Because when black people go to war with the white people, the black people don't necessarily win.
And so if that is the case, then, all right, if we can vote, right, and we can vote and we can get Democrats into office, all right, that will actually put checks and balances, keep Donald Trump in line, right? Then why wouldn't we do that? Why wouldn't we do that?
No, I agree. But were you in a fraternity or a sorority when you was in college?
You're very concerned about my personal life. Chill out. I want you to answer these questions.
I apologize. I'm not digging to go personal. It's more on the conversation because I was going to ask you about the Democratic Party. Do you trust the people that you're so adamant about being beneficial for our well-being?
I trust them enough to know that they won't try to pass an amendment that takes away my rights. I trust them enough to say that the people that I love won't be harmed by their funding cuts. I trust them enough to say that.
Yeah, I trust that they won't regress.
So y'all trust black people entirely too?
I trust the black community and where we swing our vote in the political process. Yes, because that's
So
typically
you
where
trust? So you
our
saying?
progress lies, our maintenance of our lives and livelihoods land. Yeah, I do. And I know a lot
So
of
you
stupid
trust?
black people,
So
but they go to the
so you trust
polls
them?
and they
You
vote to
trust them
maintain
niggas?
what we have.
So you trust them niggas? That's what you saying?
You don't trust them niggas?
No, I'm saying. You really all right? Look at this. Look what you said. We have a problem with the black uniting to make sure that our black selves don't get trampled by the system, right? And we can't even get people like you and the gentleman to present facts to the sleep or misguided black people because the information that they're putting out isn't consistent. We don't get this kind of information on the level that you're
Erica, if I send you
presenting.
a clip, can you play it?
Sure.
So
All right,
so
check the chat.
I'm trying to see if that's what y'all really doing because you know to partake in the party you have to play.
Oh, you think this is about like getting black people into office?
No, not just
What do you
black, because
mean? Because
it's
that's not
black
even what
people
I'm talking
in
about
those
right now.
it's black people in those positions now. They are part of these special fraternal clubs. They do all these things to get themselves where they are in the greater good of the betterment of the black
Not
people.
everybody is Clarence Thomas.
But like you say, if we can't unite the people at the lowest level, right, to make change, how are the people that's in those positions going to be able to? I don't even know, I don't even know where you're getting your information from because you're getting data based on who's findings. Like you're not talking to you're not on boots on the ground with these people that you're backing, and that's my only question to why
I'm
I
sorry, what?
started voting Republican.
I'm sorry, what? What did you just say?
No, I'm saying no. I say you guys are basically supporting these democratic people who are of color that are in the positions to make the change, and we can't even unite on this low level to make the change because we don't have the information.
Who are we?
Yeah, you speak French.
Like the people that you particularly don't get to reach every day, like somebody like myself. I took the time to call you because when I saw you go live and I see all the different point of views that you guys take on, I just wanted to see why my Republican vote, kept looking like it was a Democratic vote.
Do you want to be force fed the information, or do you do the
No,
research
but then
yourself?
I say that's why I say I gotta tune into you more and go back to actually looking and researching the information you just presented to me because a lot of people are out of reach, and if we don't get your live notifications, we won't get this information. This ain't on CNN.
But this information is actually available, though. You just have to read the news. You can even like listen to the news. It just depends on what it is that you're listening to and what it is that you're reading. So
Also,
that's the
there are
thing.
prominent black figures on the left in media. Many of it independent now. We can look at the likes of Joy Reid. We can look at the likes of Don Lemon even. Hell, Jasmine Crockett just started her own foundation because they got her up out the damn Congress.
Yeah.
Because Donald Trump
Redistricting.
started the redistricting war that put her and James Tallarico out of their seats. And then she just lost our primary. So now she's going to be working independently on behalf of educating people. But she was doing the same work beforehand. Because you are unfamiliar with some of these people because your algorithm, I mean, I clearly know where your algorithm leans, and that's a whole nother issue. But people are very much out here on the ground doing the work.
No, I think that's why I see like you guys, not necessarily.
And clearly it's working because you found Erica.
Right, but look at the rate that it took. Like, so I'm only reaching out or being able to connect with her after the fact that like you say, I could have researched these things on my own, but like I say, by me being in the working sector, I actually was voting Democratic before, and then like you said earlier, I fucked around and found out. But my only rebuttal in that is what I asked earlier about these people who hold these positions. That how do we trust these people to do what it is that we hope them to do? And go back to my last thing: are you
You
guys
know the
in
answer?
this
We don't.
capitalistic? Are you guys in this
I
capitalistic
checked the
system
fuck out.
to
I gotta go pick up
profit?
Bubba.
Are you in it to
Um,
profit, or are you actually in it to, for the people?
you tell me, the Democrats right now that are fighting against the redistricting efforts, say in Tennessee, so Republicans don't vote out the only blue-black district, predominantly black district in the state. You tell me if they're fighting for profit. You tell me. Sir,
Are they
when
fighting
it
for the
comes to your
profit or the
question,
people?
literally, in regards to your question of how do we trust these people, it's not about trust. We vote for people who run off the policies that are tried and true and tested, in some cases maybe untested, but better working based off the estimates. We vote them in, and then when we vote them in, we don't trust that they do their job. We hold them accountable. They lose their seats when we vote them out or we
Exactly.
don't vote for them. That's how this works. It's a representative democracy. They fail you, they go.
You have to ask yourself, like, what's important to you? And then also, you can't, like, just claim ignorance on these matters. All right. You can't do that. So you have to ask yourself, what's important to you? Right. What's the, like, when it comes to this entire thing, your life, something that you have to deal with, what's most important to you?
Right. When you talk about the system, when you talk about being a part of the system, right? Because you basically say to pick a side.
I'm asking you what's most important to you.
No.
I'm not saying pick a side. I'm asking you what is most important to you. And then you look at what's most important to you, and then you look at the candidates and say, okay, which one is it, all right, that advocates for or supports this or is running on this platform? That's what you do. That's what you do. I like the Democratic Party, all right, not the hugest fan, all right, they have its issues. No party is perfect, and I think that's what people got to stop looking for is perfection. But guess what? There are people within the Democratic Party that are sitting in Congress right now who advocate for and want to give Americans free health care, universal health care. Everyone gets insurance. I think that would be fantastic. I'm willing to pay some extra taxes in order for people to get health care. I'm okay with that. There's also people, all right, that are Democratic who want to ensure that Americans have affordable housing. I like that, all right? I love the idea of it, and I love it in practice when people can afford, all right, to live with a roof over their head instead of being houseless. I really do like that. I also do like that the Democratic Party, all right, wants to tax corporations more. All right. Have them pay the fucking bill for once. You know what I mean? All right. Instead of putting the burden on the middle and the working class. I like that a lot. A lot, actually. So, and there's more, but like what's important to you is the thing. What's important to you?
No, like y'all said, I gotta get back in the books. I gotta do my own research and get some data and some facts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But wide is right. Remember, wide is right.
Your grandma
All
did a
right.
number on you, didn't she? God damn.
All
Have
right.
a good day now. Got my phone. I got a
God
child.
damn.
I have a child. The fuck? She did a number on him. Jesus Christ. Like, see there, I realized a whole bunch of people with their inner child is repressed, and a lot of these motherfuckers need to seek therapy. Like, seriously, seek therapy and go talk to somebody. That was sad.
Also, I got nervous when these people fall back on. I just got to go do my own research because clearly your own research brought you here.
That part.
So it can't be that good. That's unfortunate.
That part. Okay, I'm gonna give myself 5 minutes here so we can do the giveaway. All right. I'm only gonna say the rules once. These are the rules. All right. There will be 2 trivia questions. So you have to listen carefully. Okay. 2 trivia questions. All right. The first trivia question is going to be for TikTok. The second trivia question will be for YouTube. Okay. All right. As long as we got it. With that being said, the first person to give the answer in the chat, all right, will be the winner. Will be the winner. That's it. That's it. So mods, pay attention on both. All right. No, mods can't participate. I'll do something for you guys in June because you guys like know me. So no mods can participate, Miss Nat. I'm sorry. All right. So here's the dealio. Okay. Here's the dealio. Again, the first person that gets it right will get a hat or a shirt of their choice. No hoodie. All right. No hoodies. All right. Don't ask me for no damn hoodie. Okay. I mean it. From the EricaEffect.com. Okay.
Have you asked me for the hoodie a lot?
This motherfucker asked me for a hoodie. They thought. All right. The only thing that you will be responsible for, okay, is shipping. That's it. That's the only thing you have to take care of is the shipping. All right. You will be provided with a discount code that you can receive either via email or TikTok inbox. Okay. Okay. All right. The email address can be found within my link tree. I said a lot. It is everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. Okay. All right. So the first question for TikTok, if you have ever paid attention to me, all right, the first question for TikTok is, and it's really easy, I promise. These aren't even hard questions, right? Really easy. What is my favorite color? It's real easy, I promise. What's my favorite color?
Yellow.
Shut the hell up, Hector. It's not yellow. When have you ever seen me wear yellow?
Let me distract the people.
Hold on one moment. Melanated fishing on TikTok got it right. Melanated fishing, please do either send me an email or send me a message here on TikTok. Boom. Nope, that ain't it. All right. No one over on the tube got it. Oh, well, someone did on the tube get it, but it wasn't the question for the tube. But melanated fishing, shout out to you. You got it right. All right. Next question for YouTube. Next question for YouTube is, YouTube, how old is Bubba? Tubers.
21.
How old is Bubba?
Y'all off as hell down in the comments.
Alrighty then. Swinglish. I don't know that name. Swingfish. I can't pronounce that shit. I'm all up in the camera. I can't see that. Swingfish, please do send me an email. But Maz, let me know if they're a Trump supporter, if they've been talking shit in the comments. Because if they have been, then the next person I see who it is will be the winner. But yeah. Let me know, Maz. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, yeah, so Bubba's 12 and my favorite color is green. All right, so shout out to Melanated and shout out to Swingfish. I hope I got that right. All right, shout out to you two. Okay, all right, there we go. Easy. That was easy, right, guys? Super easy. I didn't make it hard. You just have to be here and pay attention. That's all you have to do. All right, that's all you have to do is be here and pay attention. Okay, so with that being said, oh, Hector, because I got a few more minutes. All right. Send it to me. You guys, you can choose either a shirt or a cap, and I'll get that to you. I'll get you the discount code. You just take care of the shipping. All right. Thank you very much for playing. I do have some thank yous to say. All right. Shout out to Mercedes. Thank you very, very much from earlier for the $10 for all you do. Thank you, Mercedes. I appreciate you, friend. Shout out to you. Also, it was something over here too. Shout out to Taylor for $1. Okay, great. Taylor, you did message me. Appreciate you, friend. Also, shout out to the Gooch. Hey, Gooch. Gooch sent 5 and said, how very much like a substandard white man to think he can save the world with artichokes. Never forget. Artichokes. Artichokes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. 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 Artichokes. That was so much fun. I ain't gonna hold y'all. That was a whole hell of a lot of fun. I was artichokes, really, bro? Artichokes? Like, what are we doing? All right. Listen, guys. Listen. I'm gonna try to. Do you have any thank yous?
I did have one actually from 44 minutes ago. I
Okay, bet.
apologize. That was in chat to Angie for the $20 Cash App.
Angie.
I'm assuming. I don't know what the fuck this means.
It's me and it's mine.
It's the way she put this. I'm pretty sure half and half means 10 for you, 10 for me, but she worded this weird. Half ND, half at work. But I gotta
Oh, she's at
chaw.
work and she was
Hashtag get
probably
'em.
saying that she can't tap like she normally does. So send me my money.
Yeah, something like that. Listen, ma'am,
I have a birthday coming up. What are we talking
You ain't gotta
about?
talk to me like that.
What? Huh?
You know what?
How did I
That's strike
say
3.
it?
That's strike 3, Erica.
Oh man, you're gonna get a new best friend, huh?
That's strike 3, Erica.
Oh, you
Erica
can't get
really
a-
been trying
you
me
can't get
lately,
a
and
new
I just
best
don't know what I
friend.
did
I was listening to you today, though.
today.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. And also, yes, I do have to remind you of the contract. I signed it. Okay. Okay.
I have to get my lawyer.
All right. I told you the story, right, about like the I'm gonna make this a trivia question one day about like the little drawing that I still have. Well, I don't have it. My mom still has it. This drawing I did when I was in kindergarten, and it said like, why do you like your best friend? And I put, I like my best friend because she does what I tell her to do.
That tracks.
It tracks, right? On brand. Nothing's changed. It's the same. Okay. I do need to work on me. Okay. I'm trying. That's why I go to therapy. At least I'm self-aware.
Shout out in chat to Dean for the $5 Venmo for the Ashwagandha Fund. I'm gonna need it.
Shout out to Dean. Yes. All right.
I mean,
Shout out to Dean.
rushing to get ready in time, but you were probably gonna end before I am because I gotta go warm up my coffee.
Okay.
It's gonna be a night.
I'll be there.
But, you know,
I will be there. I will. But yeah, so I have a birthday coming up and like, come on, guys. All right. I'll be 40. Okay. And it's gonna be fun. And I'm gonna be gone for a week. Huh?
You meant almost it.
No, sometimes I say the real one. I just be checking to see if people are actually listening. It's fun. It's fun that way. Keep them on their toes. Do you know who actually did believe me though? I can't believe that he believed me. Steve.
I mean, based off your damn daddy, I don't blame him.
That's funny as hell. But yeah, Steve believed me. At least I was almost 60. That shit was funny as hell. That was funny. I had to message him. I was like, what?
Did he really believe you, or did he just believe in the black community?
He believed in
and
the
our
black
inability
community.
to crack?
It had to be the black community. It had to be.
W. Steve.
It had to be. Am I a Taurus? Absolutely not. No. God, no. All offense to Tauruses, except for the women. I like women Taurus. All right. God, no, I am a Gemini. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Gemini.
That's so cool.
Yes. May 31st. Can't wait. Can't wait. Oh, Hector, guess what? So I can get up out of here. All right. Chicken butt. I'm just kidding. No. Steve, Liv, Matt, fudge. Athena, Swan, Solid, Dentrell. I don't believe K-Dot, but K-Dot. I told Itchy he didn't have a choice. All right. I think Political Slayer is going to come. Like, boom. Like, I have so many people and I'm still... Oh, Dan. I can't forget about my bestie. Dan is there. All right. You're going to be there. So on the 25th, all right, the adult spelling bee. The celebrity adult spelling bee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Joey is going to be there too. Izzy might stop by. Jen, Pedro. Hey, Hector. Hector. Spell 2.
2?
Yes.
2 is in the number 2?
Spell
Or
2.
me too?
Please don't ask any questions. Just say spell 2.
You can't fucking do that.
Yes,
Which
I
one am I
can.
spelling?
Spell 2. You got 3 seconds.
2 is in the number TWO. 2 is in me too, TOO.
You should have spelled it. That was wrong. It was TO. 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 Make sure you're following Hector. That's Hector Talks with 2 R's. Hector Talks with 2 R's. Hector Talks with 2 R's. Shauna, do you go live? Do you go live, friend? I know he's gone because I dropped him. No, you're not. No, you're not taking any applications. Not on my watch. Samhar, my friend, I'm going to drop you love, but I forgot to ask Cozy, but Kobe, okay, I know salam is hello. All right. Love you, Samhar. Guys, drop some hearts in the chat for Samhar. All right, let me play the music and get up out of here for that boy yell at me. And he got to get a haircut after school, and he can't stand getting his haircut. You're right, Izzy doesn't go live. Neither do you. You're right. You're right, Shauna. You're right. You're right. Listen to the music. Okay, so guys, thank you all so very much for being here today. I appreciate each and every last one of you. All right, thank you to everyone who took care of Simhar, who showed Hector love, who showed Solid love. Matter of fact, shout out to Solid. Solid took care of all those friendship, ebony and ivories for us is what he took care of. All right, shout out to all of you. You guys are fucking awesome, so I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with me this early on a Tuesday of all days, right? With that being said, guys, tubers, TikTokers, go do something awesome for the rest of the day, and make sure that you remember, okay? Keep kindness at the front of your mind. Keep, being positive. Keep progress also at the front of your mind, all right? And remember, if you can't do something kind for yourselves, please do something kind for someone else, all right? I really do love y'all. I appreciate each and every last one of you. I'll see y'all on these TikTok and YouTube streets at some point again today. And with that being said, y'all, make sure y'all go say hi to Hector when he goes live. Don't forget to do that.